Hello. That may have worked. Who knows? Every stream will probably start the exact same. It'll be unclear as to whether or not I have actually started the stream. How is everyone? Yay! Stream elements worked this time. I mean, technically, if it's just saying the same thing every single time, I don't know. But we shall find out. Shall find out. I hope everyone is well. Just going to sort of chat a little bit until at least one person is in the room. I can vamp to myself. Oh, hey, gorgeous. Joshua Akehurst is here. Someone is in the room. It just doesn't tell me that on the view account. That's awful. How is everyone? I hope you're all well, Josh. I hope everything is going well. I have a very big coffee with me. Not sponsored by Disney. Oh, there's a Dave here as well. My biggest fans have entered the chat. A few little things about housekeeping, stream-wise. I don't know if anybody managed to catch last week's stream. Not last week's, this Wednesday's. I could go for some Mario Kart right about now. I could do some Mario Kart. That would be fun. Kart. Yeah, a few housekeeping things. I don't know if anybody managed to watch last Wednesday's stream, but it was quote-unquote a shit show. However, when I reached out to a couple of people who do this regularly, either successfully or semi-successfully, or not successfully at all, I spoke to all of them and I was like, hey, what do you do? How do you do it? And each one of them gave me the same piece of advice, which was be authentic, be honest, and just be yourself, and people will engage with that. They'll enjoy that. So I'm leaving up... I'm going to be, as I'm continuing to do, posting my streams in their entirety on YouTube almost the same night once the stream ends. And I'm keeping everything up there, which is awful, and we get to watch, as an audience, a slow progression from it being shoddy and amateur to slightly less shoddy and still amateur. Speaking of which, I am also the only person who is... I like your plant. Thank you. It is a Japanese peace lily. That is a first-time chat from Maverick Mongoose. I said your name. I said it as he said your name. Say my name! Say it! My real name. I can say your real name, sure. Marco. Marco is in the chat. Please don't sue me for revealing your identity, but if you do, it's entrapment. Yes, 2 new followers today. One Maverick Mongoose and one Maverick Manatee, which I might go out on a limb and assume is the same person with 2 accounts. Is that right, Maverick Mongoose? Marco? It is indeed. Don't delete the other account. I'll take the extra follower. I'll take as many as I can get. Final little bits of housekeeping. As I say, I release my stuff on YouTube. I have a plan that once I finish entire games, I will be doing my own style reviews on them, but I need to finish them first, which is why we're here today, to watch more Broken Sword. But I am also the only person who edits my own videos, and so you may hear me trying to do different voice stuff, because I don't like hearing my own voice, and if I can change it slightly, if I can make it a little bit more, a little deeper, a little bit more ASMR, that could work, that could be a thing. But anyway, that's enough talking about stuff which people will skip over in a YouTube video. We're going to go start playing some Broken Sword, assuming I can get the game capture to work. We're going to go. There we are. We're back. Now to do my favourite part, shrinking me into the corner. made that noise. There's probably presets. There's probably presets I can set that to like hit a button and it will just throw me to the corner, but I work a full-time job. I don't have time to sit on OBS and figure out the settings. So yeah. We're back. We're back with more Broken Sword. We are in Ireland. Well, what did we learn the last time? There is at least one new viewer here who might need some catching up on the story if they haven't watched it. George Stobart here. I mean, I've read somewhere that apparently he's a lawyer, but the game has not said that yet. It said that he studied law, but that doesn't necessarily mean if you study law you become a lawyer. But apparently he's a lawyer from the US, and he was on vacation in Paris when a clown blew up the cafe which he was stood outside of. He woke up and he said, I'm going to solve the mystery as to why that clown just blew up the cafe. We've learnt different things. The dude who got killed was Blanchard. There's an inspector called Moo, who people don't like. And we met a photojournalist called Nico, who is French. Other than that, I think we're in Ireland looking for a gem. I ended the game last time having spoken to Maguire. And yeah, we're gonna see if there's...
It was a trap door in the sidewalk.
It certainly was, George. I'm gonna have a wander around to see if I can figure out what I'm supposed to be doing in Ireland.
The menu was limited.
McDevitt's
it read, no
food bar
today.
lounge.
I didn't care. I'd lost my appetite somewhere over the Irish Sea.
Don't know what to do with that. I can't do nothing. Hope everyone
It was
is well.
a featureless plastic box firmly attached to the wall of the building.
Okay.
I tugged at the plastic cover, but it didn't move.
Alright, well...
The drain was covered with a grating.
Can I pull the... This is George's life, where he got blown up in a cafe explosion, and then went, I'm a crazy person, and I'm just going to start grabbing drains, drain pipes, harassing Irish children with snotty tissues we found in a French sewer. Look at all these people I could show the tissue to. Oh boy. I hope that's not his birth name. You're right, I'm Fiddler. Right, well, I guess
White
I'll take the
whiskers on the
landlord.
bartender's flushed face were like garlands on a Christmas tree. The resemblance ended there.
Garland?
The top of his head was too slick and shiny to act as a perch for a Christmas angel.
Oh yeah, I'm also just gonna... Okay, so the desktop... I'm just gonna... just want to double check that I'm not getting drowned out. No, I should be fine as long as I keep my volume up. Maybe I'll just knock down some of this, the sound. Just in case I'm getting drowned out by things. The thrilling gameplay you tune in for every Friday. Right, let's talk to the... God, that seems like it's gotten louder. Ah, God damn it! I knew he was going to say top of the morning.
I beg your pardon.
Well, that's what you Irish say, isn't it?
Oh, I thought the
you
Irish
want
guy said it, thank God.
Or you just flaunting your xenophobia?
Well, I was trying to be sociable.
Is it a room you're after?
Sure.
That's not a bad idea. Do you have a vacancy?
I could. If you don't mind waiting until the last guest checks out.
No problem. When will that be?
When the Undertaker comes to collect him.
Oh boy. Who's the shifty guy over there?
I'm looking for a man named Fitzgerald.
Oh, that dude.
Fitzy. What hit on?
I believe he may have worked at Peagram's Dig.
Sean Fitzgerald. Work. You got the wrong
Sean
guy.
Fitzgerald. Oh, brilliant.
Do you know a man called Peagram?
Indeed I do. Are you a friend of his, by any chance?
Pegram. I can't. Who's Pegram again? No.
Oh no, I'm just trying to track him down.
Me too. That son of a bitch should be
Aha!
locked away.
Knew it. I knew the inquisitive of like, you were a friend of his, by the way. Really was like,
Did Pegram
I'm gonna
stay
hate
here?
you too if you
That's
say
right.
yes.
In the best room in the house.
In
That's
the
the one with
house.
the bed.
Oh my god, this is not painting a great picture of rural
Can I see
Ireland.
Pegram's room?
It's been taken by one of the brothers from the reformatory. They come every year for spiritual refreshment.
That's a good one. Their idea of refreshment is a good full of stout.
I wouldn't want
Stout!
to disturb a man of God, especially not a big fella from the bad boys' home.
I don't
The
blame you, mate.
bad boys
That
home.
brother's got
Is that
muscles
where
like
Will
a
Smith
muscle
was
man.
raised? Yeah, I happened to see a clown,
Have
did
you
you?
served any, clowns recently?
No, you're the first today.
Ooh,
Seriously.
got him.
I'm looking for a man dressed in a clown costume.
American
Would
tourist
he be
murdered.
having a little white dog with a black patch over the eye?
I shouldn't think so.
Another Friday night, another round of abuse towards the French. These guys are Irish. But we
What can
will
you
be.
tell me about the
I mean,
castle?
oh, you mean you're gonna
You're
hurl
the
abuse at
second
the
person
French?
to
Don't
ask
worry,
me
we
that
go back
today.
to France, I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
know anything about the castle. It's only an old ruin anyway.
Who else was asking about the castle?
He said he was a reporter. He was asking about the little people.
I could have told him a tale or two about the little people. He might have paid me to hear what he wanted me to say.
Oh no.
Anyway, I chucked him out.
I
on his
am
arse.
Good for you, mate.
very
That's the way
worried
to deal with journalists.
as to. Yeah, that is the way to deal with journalists. Agreed. I am worried as to what this game means when it says the little people.
I'll try
Ooh.
a glass of beer, please.
Is this your first pint of real ale?
Well, I guess so. What's real ale, anyhow?
Beer that's brewed from natural ingredients to traditional methods. It shouldn't be kept under pressure or refrigerated. And finally, it should have a good body and distinctive character.
Should also allow the barrel to
In other
stand for
words,
at least
it's flat
24
and
hours
warm with
before
bits
tapping
in
it.
And it makes you fall over.
From the small amount of pub work which I remember doing for many years of my life. Ooh, I've got a pint. Alright, so time to go through the classics. Let's start from the most, helpful to what will inevitably be the least helpful.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I don't.
I
What do you want
don't.
with him? I've got a score to settle.
I'm
I
sorry
don't
for
want
also
any trouble in
presenting
the bar,
terrible
mister.
Irish
If
accents
it's a
in this,
fight you're
but they're
looking
doing
for,
it first.
see Father Mahoney.
A priest?
Father
a man
Mahoney.
With a cloth?
Couldn't they just have,
And he teaches the boys how to box at the
Brian.
youth club. According to Mahoney, it develops character. Isn't that right, Pat? Didn't he teach you all the art of pugilism?
pugilism?
Dial.
Sorry, Michael. I was miles away. What did you say?
Never mind.
I guess I'm just going to
Here's
show you
something
all
which
my
might
tools
interest
again.
you.
Huh? Well, what is it?
My passport to the sewers of Paris.
Is that so?
Gross.
Did you see the snooker last night, Mr. O'Brien?
We haven't
Mr.
got a
O'Brien.
television maker.
I know that.
He runs the teleporter room
Why
on
is
the
it?
Enterprise.
You don't mind me asking.
If God had meant us to watch television, we'd all be like Doyle.
I take it no one wants to hear about my underground escapades.
I'd rather drink me own beer.
Does this false nose mean anything to you?
It's not red nose.
I
red
don't know
nose.
when that's going to,
I don't know.
ever be
But
useful.
this is part of a clown's costume.
I know that. Good God
But I know
almighty.
at some point it's
What
going to
do
be
you
like
take me
8
for?
hours into the game and there's going to be a puzzle which is solved by using the red nose. Here, look at this tissue.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
Uh-huh. I found it in the sewer.
Uh-huh.
Well, what's the idea of waving it around in my face? You're worse than old Ron. Put it away, man.
Old Ron.
Hey, bartender?
Landlord, if you don't mind.
Sorry. Shake my hand, why don't you?
Now, why should I do that? What have you got up your sleeve?
Nothing. Come on, just shake my hand.
Not just now, mister.
He'd get
have to be
absolutely
careful on
battered by
account of the
all
health
of these
restrictions.
elderly Irish
Aw,
men
jeez.
who decided to shock old Michael, the landlord.
Do you recognize
Come on
this
now,
matchbook?
boys.
No, sir.
Maybe you'll put it on the corpse of the clown. That would be good. Yeah. He finds the
Do you recognize
corpse.
the name on this
He's
card?
like, this could be the
No.
clown. I don't know.
Alright.
And he just slowly puts the red nose over the top.
Nah, it was a long shot. Thanks.
Cinderella shows. Yeah. Go around all of rural Ireland, shoving this red nose on people. Hello, man.
I recognized the guy from McGuire's description. He was really...
Anyone else get freaked out when George, like, stands and faces the camera like this?
The glass contained a dark liquid like molasses with a creamy
No,
white
it didn't.
froth
That you're
on the
describing a Guinness. That's just a pint. This bar looks like every tourist trap in Dublin. I have not been to Dublin, but I can take your word for it on that. I'm gonna see if I can get George bladdered. And then meet the man.
Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet brew. I felt strangely compelled
Somehow.
to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it.
I'll have another,
Excuse
please.
Yes, sir.
I'll have
May
another.
I have another beer, please?
Certainly, sir. Same again?
Yeah, please. How is this stuff made?
That's the secret.
Get
of the
shit-faced.
master
That's the
rules.
plan. That's the only
Each
way I'm going to
matter
solve this
is
mystery.
knowingly manhandled in time-honored fashion, suspended on skillfully tied ropes of the finest hemp, lowered into the cellar, utilizing the forces of original gravity.
Ooh, original
Manna
gravity.
from heaven.
No, I didn't like it when they updated gravity. Somehow they had less features. I hate when they do that.
Thanks.
Anyway, time for more... No, George, don't think that you can walk away from your newly found drinking problem. We might just be here till 10.
Somehow, I'd managed to drink the thick, sweet
That's
brew.
2 Guinnesses
I
in.
felt strangely compelled to order another, even though my every instinct warned me against it. Excuse me.
Okay, usually the rule is like... the rule of 3.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
So
how about another
something
drink?
should happen on
Same
the
again?
third one.
Do you serve cocktails?
Do you
I
serve
serve
cocktails?
anyone with manners and money.
No, I'm serious. Have you considered turning McDevitt's into a cocktail bar? Cocktails are chic, cool, and popular with younger drinkers.
What? Kids in the bar? Can you imagine it? Pinball, pimples, and puke.
Right.
It's a good band
I get
name.
the
Pinball,
picture.
Pimples, and Puke.
I'll settle for a glass of stout.
Somebody should write that down. I mean, technically somebody did in 1996.
Thanks.
Pinball, Pimples, and Puke. Oh, I got an achievement. That's cool. Drink the beer. Drink the beer. Man, George can put him away.
Somehow, I felt strangely...
Okay, nothing happened on the third. I got an achievement, so I guess that counts. But he just stumbles over to. I'm here to meet you.
Mr. Fitzgerald?
What?
He's
I need to speak
unaffected.
with you urgently.
What they say about drinking Yanks under the table is just lies, complete lies. Why is he so shifty?
What's the problem?
Oh, good lord. Do you want a beer? I'm gonna go back to the bar, get another beer.
Can I get you another drink?
Oh,
Can you get me
no,
another
thank you.
drink?
I shouldn't be drinking at all. I'm on tablets for my nerves. More than a
Do it
pint and
again.
I'll pass
Fuck
out.
you. Okay, I guess I have to talk
Did
to
you
you
work
about
at
this.
Professor Pilgrim's dig?
The game is now like
What gave you
I've
that
been
idea?
stood drinking for so
McGuire
long
says
that
you
the
did.
game is like
You don't believe that
Move.
damn hooligan, do you?
Go.
Why not?
His
Do
probation
some
officer
story.
could tell you a tale or two.
Solve the mystery.
Have you heard about the gem which Pegram found?
I've heard a rumor, but you can't believe everything you hear or see, can you?
Alright, come on,
Where
come on,
can I
Pegram.
find
Hello,
Professor
aim for beam.
Pegram?
I heard he's gone fishing.
I didn't realise
I
Marco
don't know
changed his second name to Discord.
What can you tell me about the castle?
There's nothing there. Just an old ruin.
How old?
I really couldn't tell you.
Hello, Sonny Jim. Hello. Do you know this dude?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No. At least I don't think so.
Look closely. He has a scar on his face.
No,
that
I'm
guy
sure
on
I
the
don't
violin
know.
is driving me insane. Oh my god. I need to get out of this bar. Let's zap his ass.
Shake my hand.
He seems nervous already.
Damn it, you're right. I can't seem
Kill
to fool
him.
anyone.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure George is a massive pacifist. There's a bit when he like swings a sword in the third game.
What does
I
this
think, but other
tissue
than that,
suggest to you?
I don't think he fights anyone.
See you
He
later.
didn't want to do anything with the tissue. He didn't want it. Oh my dear lord. If I talk to him, at least he might stop for 5 seconds, and I can think
He
about.
wasn't listening.
Nope, of course he wasn't. Oh,
Hello there. My name's George Stobart.
oh, he's over.
Pleased to
He's
meet you,
done.
I'm
Nope,
sure.
he's back.
I'm O'Brien. Can I help you?
Yes, beam me up, O'Brien.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
You're too late to meet that fella.
Is he dead?
Not that. But he's gone from the village. A soft pint with our esteemed host, I might add.
Why has Pegram's departure upset the landlord?
He's lost a paying guest. That's why. More than that. There's the question
More
of
than
an
that.
unsettled bill. Poor Michael's seen red over the business, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, all of this feels insanely
for now.
useless to me. Maybe... Is there anything... Maybe this old man. Maybe the old man can help me. Hello, old
Hi
man.
there, old timer.
That's not a great introduction, George. It's not a good impression.
What? Nasty cold you've got there. As soon as the words left my lips, I regretted them.
Is there such a thing as a cold which isn't nasty?
Here's a
I
fair
put
point.
the question to Father Mahoney. Father, says I, why were we born to suffer snot?
What did he say?
He said, it's my reward for being out all night like a sinner.
That's fair, man.
Pious prig. Anyway,
I mean, this is
This is no
1996, so the
ordinary
question
cold.
wouldn't count. But do you reckon
It's
this
the
old guy
hay
here
fever.
survived
Pollinosis?
the 2020
you.
pandemic?
you're not a policeman, are you?
Excuse me?
I don't think he
Police.
did.
No. I'd
Just because
know
he's
it
got
if you
terrible,
were.
like, personal hygiene levels of, like, I'm just gonna sneeze at your crotch while you stood at me. I don't give a shit. Buy me a drink.
Can I buy you a beer?
Very kind, I'm sure. But I don't drink the stuff Leary sells.
What's wrong with it?
Timothy
I've
Leary?
seen what it can do.
Maybe that was a Timothy Leary reference.
Do you know Pegram the archaeologist?
That's the scrawny fellow who was poking around at the castle, isn't it?
Poking around at the castle, isn't it?
No, I don't know him.
It's like I've wandered into,
Were you
I was
aware
gonna say a
that
bad
Pegram was
episode, but
conducting
an
an
episode
archaeological dig?
of Mrs.
I
Brown's
don't
Boys.
meddle in other people's affairs. They don't.
I've never seen the show, but I
interest
imagine
me.
this is what it's like. I have to get out of this bar.
I'll
I'm so
see you
sorry.
later.
I imagine the story is going to tell me to come back here momentarily, but I need to get away from that goddamn violin. Sorry, fiddle. Oh. Oh, now he stops playing as soon as I leave. Right. That is a way. We'll go this way. Oh wow, look at this. Is he Jesus? Oh no, he's Farmer.
The farmer's craggy face was set in a mask of aesthetic appreciation. His feet were set in a pair of manure-caked boots. Hi, do you speak English?
Well, no, what if I was to say no?
Why would you
An
walk around
implication of
Ireland and go,
cognizance
"Do you
shrouded
speak
in
English?"
denial. A pretty poser of a paradox indeed.
I gave him the look I'd perfected when I was
Yeah,
small and
I'm
was
pretty
going to
sure
be the
they
greatest
all
hit.
speak English in Ireland.
It was
It
a
would be
killer.
insanely
attempting
rare
to
to find
hypnotize me,
someone
or is
who
it the
only spoke in
constipation
like
you're
Gaelic or
I was a
Celtic
little
or
out of
whatever.
practice.
Like, you speak English. What an idiot.
Good book?
A book? It's a passport to a world of fantasy and imagination.
It's
Yeah,
written
what's
by
the title?
Dan Brown.
Creative shelving
It's about
for beginners.
an American
The
and a
1978
French woman who solve a
edition.
mystery involving the Templars. You probably wouldn't like it.
What's so cool about home improvement?
There's nothing like it. The resinous autumnal aroma of seasoned wood, the rhythmic rasp of the clay. Ah, no wonder our Lord came to earth as the son of a humble carpenter. I bet he was a wizard with a chisel and a length or two before.
This is one of the most fascinating characters we've ran across so far, and I have absolutely no idea
Have you
who
seen
he is
Professor
or why he
Pegram?
is here.
No, he's packed up.
No!
and gone.
Do you happen to know where?
Back in England, I suppose.
What can you tell me about the castle?
Not much, I'm sorry to say. Most of its history is long forgotten. Ah, but if these old stones could only speak, what stories they'd tell. Stories to make your toes curl and your blood run cold. You know,
Oh, but good lord,
this
this
castle is said to be over
this farmer is
600 years
wasted
old.
working the lands. He should be a poet.
Who built the castle?
Mad Phelan, the first lord of Lochmarn. Well, I say lord, but actually he was little more than a village chieftain. He built his castle from the remains of the Templar Preceptory.
Preceptory. What a cool name. Well, there's the first
Where was the site
mention
of the Templar Preceptory?
of
Right
the
here,
Templars.
on Temple Hill. Phelan built right on top of the old wall. It's said that deep beneath these walls, there's a Templar chapel.
Ooh.
Did Pegram discover the chapel?
I don't know. His workers were sworn to secrecy.
Why? How important could this thing be that people were
I
sworn
have
to
to go
secrecy?
now.
I don't think he was. He's been too cool. He's too cool of a character to force the tissue on him. Can you bludgeon the truth out of him? I don't think.
The
Do you?
gates were made of solid.
George is a
aged
pacifist.
black wood.
George will get killed rather than fight back. That look at that.
Pushing with all my strength got me nowhere.
You want
They
it? You
didn't
want
budge.
that strength trying to
I
bludgeon
really
someone
need
to
start
death?
looking out.
We'll be here all night. Well then. This has been... if I talk to you, are you going to be like, oh, sorry, yeah, I've got the key.
Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
Do you mind if I climb up your haystack to get into the castle?
What? You'd break your stupid neck for sure. Do you think I'd stand by and see your brains dashed out?
I'd be very careful, and I promise not to sue.
You won't get the chance. Not while I'm here to stop you.
Okay, so I go... just grab his
The trail
book
of
and throw it
Christ's
away.
adoptive family as humble artisans is a symbolic metaphor.
I don't know about that, but I know they were carpenters. Haven't
They
you
released
read the
albums.
book?
Well, no. But I have seen the greatest story ever told, and I don't recall Jesus putting up any shelves.
Do you recognize this
Do you
dude?
recognize the man in this photograph?
No, but I wouldn't trust him. His eyes are too close together. He's not a
Weird,
friend of yours,
but
is
sure.
Oh no, far from it. In fact, I believe it's the face of a killer.
he? I knew it! Piggy eyes.
Piggy eyes? Might just start calling people pig. You know what? You're not cool anymore.
What do you make of this tissue?
When you making the
That's
tissue?
a sorry sight to wave about in public.
Oh, it's theatrical grease paint.
And that makes it all right, does it? I must remember that next time someone complains about the state of me handkerchief.
Me handkerchief. Put the nose on him. Yeah.
Does this false nose
Good
mean
God,
anything
it's
to
you!
You're a circus clown.
No, but I got this from someone who disguised himself as a clown.
Is that a fact? Why did you do that now?
He's a psychotic killer. I think he may be connected with Peagrim's disappearance.
Right, well, I'm out. Like, let's
I
go.
have to go now.
Why did he sound like Millhouse when he said that? I have to go now, Bart. Why did I have the bowl, Bart? Why did I have the bowl? He wants me to come back in here to listen to this music again. The game should be sparkling where it wants me to go. I guess I'm not done talking. Oh no, it's this dude. Doyle! McDoyle.
Hi, my name's Stobart. George Stobart.
Hello there, mister. What can I do for you?
Hello, Dare. Okay, really wants
know
me
Professor
to talk
Pegram?
about Pegram.
Do I know him? Do I know the good professor himself? No, I don't. I mean, I know who he is, but I don't know him to talk to.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Peagrim's excavation?
Only that he didn't have the right tools for the job. What he needed was shovels and a JCB.
A
Pegram was digging for
JCB.
historical remains, not coal.
Is that a fact? What the hell for?
It's the science of archaeology, Pat. Understanding how people used to live by what they've left behind. One day archaeologists might be digging up our remains.
Imagine that, Mr. O'Brien.
Oof.
I wonder what they'll find.
Well, it won't
Well,
be
if
arrowheads
there's one
and
thing we can
beacons.
hope, if
Past
society
food
falls,
castings and favorite
civilization
condoms more
ends,
likely.
another race finds this planet, the husk of it, they sift through the rubble, they find one server, and it's filled with all of these streams.
Is it true that Pegram found a valuable gem?
And every alien who watches it will be
I
like,
heard
wow,
Where have you
Broken
been, Pat?
Sword was really long.
That gem is the talk of every town from Lochmar to
And the
Ballymun.
accents weren't great.
Nobody told me. A lucky sod. So that's why he scampered.
Did anyone from the village work at Peagram's dig?
I tried it myself, but that high and mighty history man called me incontinent. What a nerve. Hadn't I dug more holes than the
Oh,
rest
you-
of them put together?
You just kept pissing your pants?
Do you remember seeing Sean Fitzgerald at the dig?
Please, I've told you to use the
Let
bathroom.
me see now. I think me brain box needs a spot of lubrication.
Sure, I'll buy you a drink. I mean, I haven't paid for the other
I buy you a
3 I
drink?
put away
You
earlier.
most certainly can.
Give me a drink for my friend here.
Who, Doyle? Has he conned you into buying for him? Shame on you, Patrick. Same again.
Just a point this time, Michael.
1 point of brown coming up.
Ooh, I love me some brown. 2 browns, please.
Do you remember Sean Fitzgerald now?
I can picture the scene as if it was only last week. Come to think of it, it was only last week. Fitzgerald was there all right. Him and a bunch of students.
And a bunch of
He was speaking with
students.
the boss man.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Well, that's the confirmation we need that he was there. So let's, I guess, interrogate him further. You were there,
Doyle
bitch.
told me you definitely worked at the dig.
Yeah.
You don't believe him, do you? Patrick Doyle is a moron and a scoundrel.
Even so, he saw you talking to Pegram.
You can't prove that, mister.
Damn it, he's right. I can't prove that.
See you later.
Doyle! Doyle, yell at him.
Hey,
Hello there again, mister.
Oh, crap.
can
Oh,
you tell
God.
me anything about the
Right.
castle on the hill?
Time to actually
Oh, I
think.
don't know much
I
about
managed to
anything.
get to this
Should
point
ask Mr. O'Brien
of
here.
the game
He does join up
relatively
like
easy and being like,
Would you
yeah,
be
it's
one
just
of them
this, and it's
history
this, and it's
fellas
this. Now I'm... Oh, I should have been listening! When in doubt, just say yes!
That's right. Professor Stobart, Miskatonic University.
You're an archaeologist, and you're asking us about the castle.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. O'Brien. The gentleman was talking to me. How come you didn't leave with the others?
I didn't know they'd gone until the landlord told me.
Ooh, good save, George. Thank God George was listening. Because I sure as hell wasn't.
Bye for now.
What am I supposed to do now?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
No, I'm not gonna get
I don't
another
want
drink.
anything.
Not yet.
Just
It
give
just
me a
needs to
shout when you
resort
do.
to, like, just heavy drinking. I'm just gonna click through every option with Fitzgerald. When in doubt, click every last thing available. Eventually one of them will be right. That's the point of a point-and-click adventure
Hello.
game. Point, click.
Have you ever explored the castle yourself?
I used to play there sometimes, when I was a kid. Then one of the little ones fell off the wall, broke his head and died.
Oh god.
We didn't go there anymore.
You haven't been up there recently?
Woof.
No.
One of the little ones died.
Check out this pass.
Yeah. It's yours, is it?
Not exactly. Do you recognize the name?
Thomas Merlin? No. Never heard of him.
What does this red nose suggest to you?
Blood.
Why's that?
I used to bleed a lot when I was a kid. Every time there was a playground scrap, I'd end up with a bloody nose.
I know,
I wouldn't
everyone
have
in
minded,
this country
but I was
is
even involved in the
Millhouse.
scraps.
See you later.
Maybe the old man can help me.
Hello again.
What?
Patient Zero. What? Oh, yeah.
What's that you're making?
It's a necklace, me bucko.
Oh, sure. Made out of steel wire?
That's right. A necklace for my pretty one.
Is he planning on
When my
murdering
little
somebody?
lover feels it round her slender neck, she'll be mine. All mine.
Oh. I don't know if I
If
should
I was a
investigate
woman, I
that.
wouldn't think much of a wire necklace.
It's not made for a woman. I've got my sights on tastier dishes than women. Flesh as smooth and tender as a maiden's. Bones as soft and white as a newborn babe's.
Good lord.
Rabbits, lads. That's what gets my
Okay,
juices
that's
flowing.
less creepy. I mean, he seems to be getting some level of sexual enjoyment out of this, which I'm not here for.
Do you know where I can find Pegram?
I told you, I never heard of him.
Can you tell me how to get into the castle?
Don't even think about it, me book.
That's what the kid outside told
Oh,
me, but I don't believe
the
it.
kid!
Then you're a fool.
The kid outside, maybe. Oh. But now we can talk about the chicken wire and the ghost.
Ah, so you're making snares to trap rabbits.
That's right. Do you have a problem with that?
Do you-
Damn right I do. Isn't it painful?
Only if I get me fingers caught.
I'm talking about the rabbits. Do they feel much pain?
You bet.
I make sure that they feel pain. I boil them.
Have you
It's
ever
the only
seen the
joy
ghost?
I get in my
To be
life now.
sure. With
Torturing
me very
bunnies.
own eyes.
Can you describe the ghost?
It was horrible. A wee stunted beast, long beak, straggly, flappy wings.
Doesn't sound like you're describing a ghost.
Are
Sounds
you
like you're
sure it
describing
wasn't a wild
bird.
animal? A rabbit or a skunk or something?
Skunk in Lochmarn. That'll be the day.
Yeah, George, you idiot.
No, that was a ghost, to be sure.
Oh, these
think
accents
I know
will
what
just
you're
bring me
talking
joy
about.
for hours.
I know what.
For,
I don't
for
know.
sure.
It was the kid, McGuire.
What?
He was up on the wall last Tuesday night. He
Oh,
thought you were the
God.
Phantom of Lochmarn.
Oh,
Ghosts don't bother me. I still want to visit that castle.
you can't. It's not open to the public.
Oh, I
There's
gotta
no one
get it.
around to stop me, is there?
That's right. Nothing human, anyhow.
I know
see you later.
exactly what he is referring to there when he says nothing human. Because there is a puzzle coming up which is quote-unquote infamous in this game. Because the solution to it is dumb. I'll show you what I mean when we get there. But people, if you talk about Broken Sword and they've played Broken Sword, they will say something. And they will be like, God damn, that goat. And I will show
Hey,
you what
Maguire.
that means later.
What do you want to know?
I knew it would be you, Maguire. I need you to
Are
rat
you
on
sure
Fitzgerald,
Fitzgerald
in there.
worked at the dig?
Oh, yes. It was him, all right. Would I tell a lie?
Well, he denies it.
I think Maguire
Saw
might
them
have
together
the
only
worst
last
accent
night.
out of all of
I
them.
wish you'd
And
told
it
me
might
that
be because
sooner.
it's not being
What were they
drowned
doing?
out by
Pegram
somebody on
gave
the fiddle.
Fitzy a box. He didn't look too happy about it.
I knew it. But how am I going to persuade him to part with it?
Break his fingers.
Nah, I couldn't do
Ooh,
that.
I like your style,
I
Maguire.
could.
Thanks for the offer, kid, but I'll try a more subtle approach.
Hire the
Chinese
child to
birds?
break his fingers.
Do you know where I could find Fitzgerald?
He's inside.
Just spoke
But
to
you
him,
won't
George.
get no sense out of him.
How come? Is he drunk?
He's like a frightened rabbit. A
Oh,
real
use the
bag of
steel
nerves.
wire.
Why, the fella's scared of his own shadow.
Throw it over his neck.
What's
Give me the
Fitzgerald
box!
scared of?
Everything and everyone.
So I shouldn't have any trouble getting him to talk.
He's a pushover. But don't scare him too much. Try the soft touch. Butter him up a bit.
Touch him up a bit. Sure he
See
won't
you later,
mind.
kid.
Okay, mister.
It's me again. Just coming in and out of this pub over and over again. I'm here to harass more of your customers. Do you know Pegram? Do you want to look at this tissue?
Hello.
Kid outside,
Maguire
sold
said
you down
he
to the
saw
river.
him working at the dig. What's
Down
more,
to the
he saw
river.
you talking with Pegram.
I knew this would happen.
Oh,
I
good
knew
lord.
I'd get caught.
Sometimes waiting for those
Took my
animations
luck.
to play out.
Grasped up by a delinquent and a dimwit.
I need to talk to Professor Pegram, if he's still alive.
What do you mean? Is he in danger?
Yeah, you too, if I'm right.
You're not in the Social Security.
Oh no, what makes you think that?
Well, I was claiming benefit at the same time I was working for Pegram.
Oh,
I'm not in
you're a
position to
benefit
make
fraud.
judgments, Sean. That's between you and your conscience. All I want is to talk to Pegram about the gem.
And
Not here.
the
I know
government.
that, but he left that package.
Just as George is like flying out, someone needs bludgeoning. Maybe that's going to be the punishment for his benefit fraud schemes.
So where did Pegram go?
Well,
don't
Sean
know.
Fitzgerald, you've been
Scared.
found guilty of
Came to
benefit
me
fraud.
early this morning.
Time to
Came to
bludgeon
me.
your head in. And the irony is, you'll need the benefits. And once again,
Happened to give this
public
package
apology
a
to the
guy
people of
called
Ireland.
Marty.
The game did it first. I'm just living in the vibe.
Show me
you
what's
know?
in the package, Sean.
The semi-xenophobic vibe.
I can't do that.
Why not?
I promised the professor.
So what? You didn't have any qualms about your benefit scam. So where's the harm in taking a peek inside Pegram's
That's a
package?
good point. Who cares? You're a benefit
Don't know
fraud.
these people. I can't.
Slide
I
down that
don't
slippery
dare.
slope. You could go out and kill
This is your
someone.
last
Doesn't
chance
matter.
to show
You're
me
a
the package, Fitzgerald.
the dude
I've
in the
been patient
corner
with
has a
you, but
drinking
now it's time to
problem.
kick ass.
The drinking
What are you
problem
kidding
literally
me?
has a booze
Who will?
nose. Yeah,
I'm
that's true.
Paris. Jack Marquet. Pegram
He also
told me
looks
if
like
I gave him the package,
the
all
landlord's
open,
brother.
I'd hear no more about it.
Oh,
if
maybe
I
is it
double-crossed
drink nose or
Marquis,
is it the fact that he's got a
I'd
cold?
be dead.
Wow, look at that guy. He looks awesome. If I look
deal
half
with
as
Jack
handsome as that when I'm
Marquet.
older, I'll be a lucky man. I'd
Give
like
the
to say
package to me.
he's just staring at it.
No. Why should I trust you? I don't know who to trust anymore. I wish I'd never even heard of the Lochmarn gem.
Oh no. For those of you who didn't hear that, somebody just got ran over in a car outside. You can't hear it over the fiddle.
I just seen a big red.
Get out of here, Maguire. Come back when you're
Literally,
old
it's
enough.
been, the bartender
What's the
looks
lad
like the
howling
hood from
about?
Thunderbirds. Check out Judgmental
A
McGee
big red
here.
sports car. Sean
You'd be lucky to spend all day in the pub
Fitzgerald's
drinking.
over.
Get
I mean, you can if
out.
you're a benefit fraud, apparently.
Noisy little tyke.
Maybe you should send out some medicinal brandy, Michael.
Someone's been
yes.
ran over with a
Couldn't
car,
afford a
Michael.
horse.
Give him a
Not
brandy.
me.
Me too, neither.
Well, I suppose it's time for me to go outside and probably find a dead Fitzgerald. Writer of The Great Gatsby. Oh, that box is
I was
exposed.
telling the truth about Fitzy, mister.
Okay,
Fitzy.
calm down. Now tell me what happened.
I was standing here, minding me own business, when I saw this beautiful red sports car coming up over the hill.
The hill.
Would you look at that, says I. And I going over to
It does
take a
look pretty.
closer
That's
look.
it's
Next thing,
very
Fitzy comes
beautiful.
tearing
to
out
look
of the
at.
pub and nearly knocks me on my ass. Well, the car just flies at him. It was too fast for poor old Fitzy, and hit him an
Oh
awful
my
wallop.
God.
He goes flying up on top. Jesus, says I. I thought he was a goner.
Oh,
Next thing, the driver hops out, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
he was like, I wish I would
He
be
was dressed
invited.
like
What,
a
to the
bloody
pub? This
pixie.
pub? You want to drink here? We're sure this game isn't a repurposed Don Bluth movie. It could very well be. Why is the first option I can pick Leprechaun? The man
Did
was
this
made of
pixie have
copper.
a scar on his cheek?
I couldn't see. He was wearing a stupid
Pixie?
mask. Are
Oh,
you a
he was
special
dressed as a
agent?
leprechaun.
Sorry to disappoint you, kid, but I'm not. I'm just an ordinary guy caught up in a whirlpool of intrigue.
And you're drunk.
Not so.
Yeah. You've been drinking mucky beer in the boozer.
Only a few glasses.
3. And if you don't
Did
shut up,
Fitzgerald
Maguire, I'll
drop
go back
anything
in
when he
there
was
and
hit?
make it
I
5.
didn't see. It all happened so fast.
Is this the pixie?
Have you ever seen this man before?
What a slimy character.
Okay.
No, I never seed him.
I still really like never
See
seen
you later,
him.
kid.
Okay, mister.
I'd never seen him either. Alright, so now that's been exposed. What does that mean?
The plastic cover had been smashed by the pixie's car, revealing a switch.
Ooh, a switch.
I pushed the switch down, but in doing so it snapped off in my hand.
Whoops.
It was impossible to return the switch to its original position.
Well, probably just ruined something in the pub. Well, it wasn't his... Stream, it was an electric fiddle. I suppose I should tell the landlord that Fitzgerald's dead. Or at least
me?
kidnapped.
Yes, sir?
Yeah, this has been a
Give me
lot.
another
I need a
beer,
drink to
dude.
clear my head.
Give everyone another beer. Let's party, guys.
Oh my
I
god.
think you've had enough, don't you?
Hey, listen. Is it supposed to taste the way
Where
it
is
does?
Moo? Is he
Go
safe?
for
Is
it.
he alright?
Scout is
Yeah,
brewed
Moo's
from
safe.
the finest chemicals
He's-
in the world.
He's the one man protecting France.
I'm sorry, but the pump appears to be broken.
I can fix it for you.
I don't think so. This is a job for a professional electrician. Oh well, at least the glass washer is still working. It's not my idea. is it?
Oh no. The glass washer is
Thanks.
broken.
It was a beer-stained piece of toweling.
Well,
The man's arm lay across the towel, preventing me from moving it. The man's arm lay across the
his
towel,
arm was
preventing
up.
me from moving it.
is this a timing thing? Yes, it is.
As the man raised his arm to drink, I snatched the towel away.
Alright, we got a wet, gross towel. Maybe we're gonna start showing that to people.
Telephone. In Congo,
Do you like this
the
tissue?
rustic
How about this
setting
ragged
of a
towel?
homely bar.
See if I can call anyone. Well, I suppose I... Well, there's no point in calling any of these people, I don't think.
The end of the bar was hinged, like the drawbridge on a medieval castle.
I hope you don't mind. I'm just gonna come back behind the bar.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Excuse me?
No customers behind the bar. Ever.
I could try to fix your glass washer.
Oh no, not unless you're a qualified electrician.
Oh! Actually... I am a qualified electrician. I'm not, I'm a lawyer, apparently.
Excuse me?
But
Yes,
I'm
sir?
a lawyer who breaks into people's hotel rooms and steals shit.
It just so happens I'm an electrician. Check out my credentials.
Well,
Let's use it now, I'm thinking,
isn't
with
that marvelous. Ha,
electric.
Here's the house bedeviled with faulty wiring of a wayward nature. Here's you, an electric man, with a little plastic card to prove it.
Yeah. Forget that I
I
was
still
here
want
for
to
the
see what
last
you can
25
do
minutes
before I let
talking
you
about
touch me there,
archaeological
punk.
dig sites
You can
and
make a start
gems
on
and
the glass
Fitzgerald and stole your bar towel. I am 100% an electrician here to help.
And when you finish that, will you take a look at the pumps?
Sure. Sure, I'll look at your pumps.
It was an electric pump operated by pushing a small lever. It was an electrical plug attached to the glass washer.
He just takes the plug out, yes. Done. It's all fixed. Good to go.
I used all my knowledge of electrical engineering to examine the plug. Seemed fine to me. I couldn't see anything obviously
We're making
wrong.
progress. We're behind the bar now.
I figured it must be the wiring.
It's only a matter of time before we
There
own the
was nothing
place.
physically wrong with the glass washer. There was nothing physically wrong with the glass washer.
Okay then. Oh, okay. Can I call a real
I was about to
electrician?
reach for the pump when I came to my senses. A rash move like that in a strange country with strange customs could be
Ireland, a strange country with strange customs, apparently. Is there something in my inventory I should be using? Like if I hand buzzed the plug? Nope!
Well, what? Are you going to fix this glass washer or not?
Oh, bugger me, I don't know what I'm doing now. More than happy for anyone to share some advice in the chat if I'm missing something. We can rule out zapping the plug and zapping the dishwasher. Well, goodbye now. The electrician just left. Hey, Maguire, do you know how to fix a dishwasher? Come on, my man. Oh no, it's definitely telling me to be in here. I don't know why I want to use the towel and the dishwasher. Something... I don't know. I'm supposed to have like a screwdriver maybe? To undo the plug?
I used all... Seem...
I'm still waiting.
Okay.
I don't know what the problem is. Oh, I need the wire. Ah, yes, son of a bitch.
Almost as if he'd sensed my intention.
That's okay, I'll just stand here until you put the wire back down. And as soon as you're not looking, I'm stealing it. It's a lovely bit of wire, that. I'd really like that in my inventory. So I could, like, show it to people in different countries and go, does this mean anything to you? And they're like, leave me alone. Give me that goddamn wire, old man. Yeah, I'll look away. And put the wire down.
Almost as if...
Okay.
Hello again.
Can you just give me the wire? Gimme. I need.
What?
Fuck.
I'll see you later.
I gotta get that wire. I'm just standing in front of an old man watching him sneeze into his whiskey. Yes!
As soon as the old guy looked away, I grabbed this piece of wire.
Alright, I'm gonna assume we want to use the wire on the plug. I don't know, how is that going to help? He just wraps it round, puts it in, starts a fire.
I replaced the fuse with a piece of wire. I knew it was dangerous, but I was desperate enough to disregard everything I
Oh
knew
my
about
God,
standard
George,
safety
what?
precautions. Excuse me, Mr. Leary.
He's
I fixed
just
your
gonna,
glass
like,
washer, no problem.
leave that
Bingo.
there,
And
fly
a
away to a
blessing
different
to all the
country
saints.
in some
Three
urge
hard
to, like,
times that
solve
man.
this mystery.
Oh,
And
no.
this place is gonna
No.
have an electrical fire.
With the beer pumps.
Well, I guess so, but I'm not making any promises.
Don't want me looking at your beer
Can't fix 'em.
pumps.
I'll have a riot on me hands.
The pumps are in the cellar, right?
That's right. You'll find a flashlight down there somewhere.
That was... oh. You'll find a flashlight somewhere down there. Good lord.
What a dumb place to store a flashlight. A dark cellar. The only way I was gonna find anything down there was to feel around.
I've heard that before. I remember playing this when I was younger, and this screen was almost pitch
I pushed the
black.
lever and heard the grating of metal, but nothing appeared to happen.
It's because I need to go upstairs again now, George. I've released the lock for the grate, which means we can open the grate. And soon, hopefully, leave Ireland entirely, because I'm not gonna lie, this area is kind of annoying me. Not in a bad way. Celebrate Kiefer moving on to another room. 1 hour in. It's a big game, okay? Look at the progress being made. Look at these dominoes falling one after the
I
other.
lifted the trap door, and an overpowering smell of stale beer rose from the cellar below. I looked down on a stone-tiled floor. Way too far to jump.
But you know what that means? Oh no.
Excuse me.
There was a nasty feeling in my guts I usually associated with light opera. It was
What is
calm.
light opera?
What's the problem?
Did you see what happened here a few minutes ago?
What was that?
A man was involved in an unfortunate accident.
I didn't see anything.
What about the boy?
He doesn't know anything either. The kid, well, you know how it is in these rural communities.
What?
Enough genes to go round.
It?
I
What?
prayed McGuire had the sense to keep his mouth shut. Was the guy
Don't
hurt?
bother asking the boy, he's
He's
inbred.
being taken
He's
care
very
of, but he
insanely
thinks he dropped
inbred.
a small parcel.
He's got
You
webbed
didn't
feet.
happen
He won't be
to
able to
find
tell you
the
nothing
picture?
about no car
If I
accident.
had, I would have taken it to
Uh,
the police.
Of course.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you.
I guess I won't speak to the kid. go over to Maguire now and be like, hey, if that guy comes back and asks, you are inbred. Alright? I just saved your life.
Hey, McGuire.
What do you want to know?
Nothing. Just wanted to know
See
if
you later,
you
kid.
heard me calling you
Okay,
inbred.
mister.
Apparently you didn't. Have a good day. Look at that Quasimodo kid. Thank God that guy didn't come over and was like, do you know any, like, Freako kids? Oh, there's
Then I
the
noticed a
flashlight.
flash of light. Something sparkling beneath the open
The
trap
gem.
door. It was Peagrim's gem, all right. A large, uncut
We did
blue
it.
stone.
We
As I
got
held it
Peagrim's
aloft,
gem. I don't know what that
realized the
means.
fascination it could command. I guess
But
I
we
was
did it.
already under its spell.
Did you find it?
Oh, Jesus, Maguire.
Whatever you was looking for.
Yeah. Listen, McGuire. I want you to keep this to yourself.
No problemo. Just chuck us up a crate of lager.
No way. You're not old enough.
We can sell it
crate.
and make some cash.
Forget it.
Please! I'm
Couldn't
inbred!
Mr. Leary's trust.
I could, for sure. That old misery guts deserves it.
If you want to do me a favor, keep a lookout for that guy in the suit.
Okay.
He's right here.
Pass you a packet of chips.
Oh, and shout if you see that Ferrari.
Sacks.
It was a
Look at
couple of
some sacks.
paper sacks filled with trash.
Ooh, George's favourite. Start rooting through that
I
trash.
searched the trash, but there was nothing useful there.
No, that's a shame. What about this trash?
It was a bunch of cleaning materials.
This is a really, like,
I
clean
looked
and
among the
tidy
cleaning
cellar.
materials, but
Weird to
saw
have
nothing
wooden
of
flooring in your cellar. Suppose it's not
It was an
completely
empty
unheard of,
carton
but
which had once
that
contained
would
caustic soda.
reek. Ignore the broken villagers. Yeah, it turns out we're
Carton
actually in
was damp
the
and soggy.
we're in the town from
Useless.
Resident Evil 4.
It was a calendar
Mix
with
soap
a
with
faded
bleach.
photograph of a prize
It's like, I sent an electrician down to, like, fix my pump and whatnot. It's just a weird smell, and then they come down, there's just a bucket steaming, and he's unconscious on the floor. Love me some ammonia.
It was a rusty faucet.
It was a rusty faucet.
The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of
I was
rusty
testing out my
colored
gas
water.
man. My gas mask.
I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping.
Oh!
The
Ooh!
faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
You know what I might be able to do? Could I soak this bar towel? I can, there's an animation for it. I was supposed to do that.
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked
The
it with
progress. I soaked a towel and then stuffed it back into my jacket pocket.
water. I shut off the faucet as tight as I could, but it kept on dripping.
Okay, now it wants me to go back upstairs. It's like, yeah, you soaked your rag. I guess I'll go talk to him and be like, yeah, it's fixed. I guess.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
What do you think of this giant gem?
I don't want anything.
Just give me a shout when you do.
You can't get any more beer. Can't make him a massive alcoholic. Just gonna take this guy outside and take myself to the bathroom. And I'll be right back. Stream poop. No. No, no. Take your take your mic with you next time. Hey everyone, welcome to the audio surround sound of me peeing. I guess I'm gonna come over here. Do I have anything new to say to you?
Hi, it's me again.
So I see. What now?
I want to hear that oh, Ferrari!
Did you happen to see a red sports car down on the road?
I caught a glimpse of a flash of red on the hill and heard the racket. Sure, it was an awful
What's
noise.
the chef got on the menu
sports
today?
car, you say?
A Ferrari, to be exact.
A racing car? And what was it doing here? A poor fella must have been lost.
Oh, yes.
The driver of the Ferrari was involved in an accident.
Is that so?
Yeah, he knocked somebody down outside the bar.
What an idiot.
In the middle
How
of
could a
the
thing
day
like that
as
happen?
well, and
He was
just
traveling
nobody
too
cares.
So fast, he ran right under the car.
I mean, the car was traveling too fast.
But you'd have thought the idiot could have heard it coming.
Maybe you know the guy who was hit by the Ferrari. His name is Sean Fitzgerald.
Oh, I know him all right. That's my nephew.
Excuse
He
me.
was responsible for the stacking of my hay cart. Was he killed by the car?
Was he
Oh, no.
killed by the car?
But he has been abducted.
No, just kidnapped.
That's
Ah,
what I
that's-
know.
Of course.
Aren't you going to look for your nephew?
What for?
He was your
From what
nephew.
you say, it's too late.
Well, you could report the matter to the police.
Better not. Besides, what could they do?
Well, they could mount a search.
They have only the one bicycle between them. In a question of superior
Again,
acceleration, I put
Not the
money
greatest
on Ferrari.
image of Ireland. And once again,
I think you ought
this
to
is
know
what the game is
exactly what
saying,
Sean has
not
gotten
me.
himself into.
I'm not sure I want to know.
But you're his uncle, his own flesh and blood.
You're right, but what can I do? If I'm not here to guard it, some idiot might try to climb the haystack.
like you were suggesting earlier.
Stay here and guard this potentially lethal agricultural construction. Or to go off in search of the prodigal nephew, the very man responsible for
Ooh,
said hazard.
sounds like an epic
It'll
poem.
need some thinking about.
Why, there's no problem.
You're right. Why didn't I think of it before? We'll demolish the haystack.
You don't have to demolish the haystack to go look for Sean.
I don't know why you
I'll
wouldn't
stay
demolish
here
the
in your
haystack
place
if you're complaining about it.
and
So look at
warn
this
anyone
one.
who's silly
Look
enough
at
to
that.
climb it.
Marvelous. I think I should start me inquiries in the bar.
You should indeed. Head down to the bar. Send my love to Maguire, the little inbred.
He strode off in the direction of
So-and-so.
McDevitt's bar.
Just leave it up. That little inbred.
The stack of hay. On the back of the cart was a crazily stacked tower of hay bales, leaning precariously against the castle wall.
Oh, time to climb them. This is where George falls, breaks his neck, and the Broken Sword series ends. Oh no. It's not high enough.
The stack of hay
So that
stopped
looks like a
short
thing.
at the top of the wall.
Look at that.
Even if I stretched as far as I could, the wall was out of reach. What I needed was a slice or two of Alice's Wonderland.
I already know exactly what I have to do here. Look at this hole. Huh?
There was a narrow crack between two of the stones with a centuries
Right
old
in at
mortar
home
that
if you know what to
crumbled
do
away.
here. Because I think I figured it out. If only I had some kind of metal thing to give myself a little
I
stepping
inserted the
stone.
end of the lifting key in the mortarless crack and gave it a firm shove. It remained lodged in the wall, jutting out to form a step.
I'm the greatest. Breaks, dies. Look at that, guys. We're out of the bar. We're pretty far away from the bar. Dick in the wall. Remember I said there was a goat? Look at the... this is the infamous goat. I want to go down there. There is a goat. It is in the way. There is a plough. Now, this is an exceptionally hard
It was
puzzle
the fiercest, meanest-looking old
with a
goat
really
I'd ever laid eyes
weird
upon.
solution, if I remember correctly, which is keep hammering the button. So we might be here for a hot minute. Let's find out.
Hey, Billy. The animal fixed on me with an evil glare. Behind the malice and resentment, there was a cool intelligence. How you doing, boy?
People
I
say
felt
that
as
about me.
threatened as I'd been
Hammer
by
the
the
goat.
assassin and his goons in Paris.
Yeah, just throw a hammer like Thor.
It was a rusted piece of iron, maybe part of a plow or something.
Maybe part of a plow or something. Oof! Got my ass kicked by a goat. I think it's something about like doing it so quickly that it doesn't have time to react. Nope, I just keep getting my ass kicked by a goat. Get that goat cheese. I think he kicks my ass this way too, yeah. That was it. I did it. Because you have
The goat
to
was tethered had become tangled on the old plowshare.
use your service weapon. The goat, the myth, the legend, that was the achievement, because they know that goat puzzle is goat shit. You have to click on that, then click on this really quickly and just hammer it, and he'll run over, which is one of the only animations in which you see George run to go do something, rather than this. You see how long that took? There's only one animation where he runs, and that was it. Hello, YouTube. Well, look at this, it's not a bar.
It was a statue which had fallen from its place on the wall. 5 fingers of stone projected from the back of the carving.
I don't know why we've got the
The
wet
statue
rag.
was too heavy to lift. It overbalanced into the sand. As I swung the stone upright, I noticed it had
Maybe
left a
this is
pattern
why
of
I've got the wet
holes in
rag?
the sand.
Sand, water. I suppose we'll look at what's in the sack.
The sack contained a fine white powder. As I
Castor
dipped
powder.
my fingers into the soft white
Castor,
powder,
is it? No.
I realized what it was.
Plaster?
Plaster of Paris.
Yeah, plaster of Paris. Not
I
castor
used
of
it in
Paris.
kindergarten
Castor of Paris.
to make casts of animal paw prints.
Well, in that lucky.
I reached into the sack, but it was empty.
No more.
The bench had probably been used by Pegram and his archaeological team. The only object on the table which interested me was a small sack.
Okay. So now I'm going to say we need to put the plaster into the holes. And then probably the wet rag over the plaster.
I sprinkled the plaster on.
Was I right? Woo woo!
I squeezed the towel as hard.
But it was barely damp. Do I? Oh.
I smoothed the plaster level with the sand. It was my first experience of home improvement. I smoothed.
Okay. Do I now flatten it again? Oh boy. Is it sure it's not the towel? I swear it was the towel.
I squeezed the towel.
Do I have to go all the way back to the goddamn bar just after I was talking about how I just left the bar? If it starts, like, sparkling somewhere, telling me to go back the other way, then I know I've done it wrong. But until that point... Oh, God. Come on. Let's go, George. So much backtracking. You all saw me. I wet the towel before I came here. I guess it just dried out in his sweaty pockets. Don't mind me, dude.
The faucet.
Right. Did that again.
I held the towel and...
Maybe we'll just... Oh, good Lord, George. Walking at a snail's pace. Get out! Run! That music's really growing on me. Keep going, George. We're almost there. We defeated the goat. We can defeat this. Go to Gap. Get yourself a new £70 t-shirt. That goat will die here. Tied up. No one will ever find him. And we're back. Gimme, 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 gimme. Swear to God if it says that it's... Yay!
The trickle of water was quickly...
We did it, guys.
I eased the
I'm
solid
pointing the
piece
wrong
of
way.
plaster
We did it,
from the
guys.
sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
Look at him just standing there.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
Incorrect. That opening door says differently, Aim for Bean. That would not happen. I mean, okay, if you're talking about the logistics of plaster, you might be right there. Oh my God, look at this progress. Look at us go. Should probably stop, you know, hyping up myself for completing basic tasks in a point-and-click game. Oh boy. Oh, back in Nico's apartment. You wanted some French accents?
So,
Oh,
where
wait,
did
what?
you stay last night?
At McDevitt's, I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains
What was any of
why
that?
you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead.
No,
Then
but he was
Leary
a
woke me in the
very
middle of the
aggressive
night to
liver.
help bail out the cellar.
The cellar was flooded?
Yeah, some idiot had left the faucet running.
And you say Pigram has disappeared?
Goddamn, take the
Without
laundry
a
off
trace.
the lampshade.
But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Pigram's gem?
That one I'm not reading out loud.
Whoever
Everyone in the
Jacques
chat can
Marquet
read
is,
that one.
He's in for a disappointment.
He didn't snore, but he,
Jacques Marquet?
like a champ.
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find
What
out
are
who,
your
what,
plans?
or where.
What are you
en
doing
passant.
tonight?
All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Okay, I guess we look at the
Let's
manuscript
take
again.
another look at the manuscript.
Maybe that will tell us more about what we're supposed to look at. Put the nose on her. Are you the... Oh, okay.
That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmar.
Do you want the croissant?
That's the tripod in the crew museum. There's a woman looking, but the reflection. The night through my teaching.
Okay,
There's
we've
a
done
guy
this. There's a guy working on a limb.
Guy between them.
Okay, so none of that helped.
Do you want to look after the gem?
No, George.
Look, Nico, a handful of plaster.
Yeah. Why is it that men never really grow up?
What's your problem, sister?
Your pockets stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
She has
You
a fair
never
point.
know when useless junk might come in handy.
He also has a good point because we've used several of these items to
I can't
save,
sit here all day, much as I'd like
save
to.
her asses.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobino at the Kron Museum.
Thank you
And
for telling
why
me where to
don't
go
you see
next.
if Otho has heard anything.
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
Do you want me to get that laundry down from the lampshade? No. It's fine. Keep it up there. Oh, it's that lady again. Oh, did I get my, yeah, it looks like I got my sewer key back. Yeah, I did. Don't know why I'd need that. Again. How many more puzzles can I solve with a sewer key? Back in Paris. Gay Paris.
Through the grimy glass, I could see several large... What they were, There was no obvious...
Alright, let's have a look around here.
A real macho guy would have plunged straight into the spiky, scratchy bushes. Not me.
Pardon? Sorry, aim for being what?
Access to the side and
What was
rear
I?
of the museum
Is it a
building
pardon for me
was
or a pardon
blocked
for
by
the
dense
French
clump of
people,
bushes.
or for the dense clump of bushes? Okay. This guy's new. Man is new.
He was a thin-faced, pallid guy with a questionable taste in outlandish clothes. My mother used to dress like that.
Oh, I said gay Paris. Yeah. Yeah, it's gay Paris.
I beg your pardon. Are you André Lobineau?
That's
Are you
me.
Lobino?
You want my autograph?
No. I was told you may be able to help me.
Ooh, that's a
Help?
cold coffee.
My name is George
Huh.
Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
My mother used to dress in a full suit of armor. My mother used to dress
Does
in
the
the
name
sarcophagus.
Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure. It was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the revolution.
Oh, this guy's really getting up in
Public
frame.
toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their
This
flesh.
place sounds sick.
That explains the image of the hanged
Sounds
man.
awesome. We should
I
go
found
there.
a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called
In
Loch Mar.
Ireland. I
Lochmar.
love
That's where
Americans saying
Pegram was
Ireland.
digging.
That's right. He'd left the excavation before I arrived.
Do you know Pegram?
Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Didn't have time.
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was, just before Bastille Day.
So Pegram was in Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Hmm.
Victims of what?
Nothing. Just thinking aloud.
Just thinking
Where was the
aloud.
site of Montfaucon?
Thinking about the
To the
victims.
northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
What can you tell me about Philippe le Bel?
He was responsible for the extermination of the Knights Templar.
I know that.
Templar.
But why was Philip so hot to get rid of them?
Mostly because he wanted to get his hands
Oh.
on their treasure. He had an enormous debt.
I
and
wish
a
I could be a
lifelong
voice
war with
actor.
England to fight.
Especially in the
The
90s.
trouble was, the Templars were highly respected.
That sounds
for
basically
their-
what we're going for. Yeah, we'll use that. Knights
If the
Templar.
Templars were so powerful, how did this Philippe dude wipe them out?
Dude.
By underhanded, dishonorable means, of course. The Pope was Clement V, a Frenchman.
Really? Clement V was
Handy for
French.
Philippe.
Fate had nothing to do with it.
Next you'll be telling me
He
Philippe was also
Philippe's
French.
puppet, planted to further his political ambitions. Philippe wanted the wealth of the Templars and used Clement to get it.
Clement.
So what was
Just
Philippe's plan?
Just
What
keep
happened?
talking to the nerd. Eventually he'll tell us where to go
Orders were
next.
sent out all over France, not to be opened until the appointed day. That day was Friday, July 13th. That's the origin of our superstition regarding that date. At dawn,
Don't know if that's
throughout the whole
true,
of
but
France,
that's
the
cool.
Templars were arrested. It was the biggest bust in the history of the world.
He really likes talking about it. I suppose
What
it was
happened to
his
the
job.
Templars after their arrest?
Philippe was out for blood, so he handed the Templars over to the Inquisition. Not surprisingly, they confessed to a sensational and sordid list of blasphemies.
Like what?
Oh, the sort of things you read about in the gutter press.
It's my speciality is the
Devil
gutter
worship,
press.
Lewd sexual practices, spitting on the Holy Cross, that kind of thing.
Well, that must have given their lawyers some
A
headache.
list of things any
Whether
one
or
of you
not
could
the
have been doing this
accusations were
Friday
true,
night.
this was
Lewd
not good
sexual acts,
publicity.
spitting on the Holy
Most
Cross.
of the
You said
charges
you
were
stayed
probably
in,
cooked up,
chilled out,
but so were the Templars.
watched a bit of Broken Sword.
Literally.
Love it.
Hundreds of them were found guilty of heresy and flame grilled at the stake.
Flame
They
grilled at the
died
stake.
protesting their innocence.
Why do you sound so happy over the
But
fact that they
surely Philippe
died
had no
protesting
proof
their
of his
innocence?
charges against the Templars.
Those
A man who
losers!
admitted anything under
They kept
torture,
screaming, "I'm
the
innocent!"
Inquisition
while we set them on fire.
fabricated some nonsensical demon called Baphomet, and then suggested to the victims that this was what they worshipped.
But they didn't have to agree.
The records show a Templar coming to trial with both feet burnt off,
Oh,
fragments of flesh and charred bone falling from the stumps.
oh, Jesus.
What would you not admit to stop such torment?
So there was no truth at all in the Baphomet accusations?
Baphomet?
Not a shred. Almost every victim described the idol differently. No, Baphomet never existed outside the sick minds of the Inquisitors.
Alright, well, let's say Baphomet did exist,
So Philippe stole the Templars' riches, huh?
Oh no!
and
they
he's the
weren't
big bad
stupid.
for this game. I don't
The
know.
king's
He could
troops
be.
marched
I'm
first
genuinely
on the
not trying to
temple
spoil the
in
game. If I
Paris,
nailed it there, that's
then
on me.
to
But
the Templar home port at La Rochelle. There was no trace of the treasure, and the fleet of the Knights Templar had set sail.
I love how this guy says Templar. The Knights Templar!
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain
It's
people
too
who stop at
fragile,
nothing
and I
to
keep
get
trying to
their
put it in
hands
my
on it.
pocket with a wet
Intriguing.
towel and a
Do
tissue
you have a
covered with
copy of the
grease paint.
text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Can you just mainly
Just tell me
figure out
one
the pictures
thing.
for me?
What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the
Templar.
Templar seal appear on this manuscript?
As I keep saying,
I'd love to
the
see that for
Templar.
myself.
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries,
Why is every
monks,
French person like
bankers,
calling him
you name it,
Georgie?
The Templars fit the bill.
Is that a thing in
The
France? Do
greatest
people in
fighting
France
force in Christendom,
don't like the name
militia of
George, but will
Christ.
call it Georgie?
Jeez. How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King
that a
of
temple?
Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order
that
became
is,
known first
I
as the
think
Knights
from
of
what
the
I've
Temple and later
Read,
as
that
the
is
Knights
historically
Templar.
accurate.
You're a
I
mine
think.
of information, Andre.
I think
Glad
they
to
did
be
set
of
up in the
help,
original
Georgie.
Temple of Solomon, but that could also be just like
How come the Templars
Chinese
became
whispers
so
of
wealthy?
history. Don't ask
There
me.
was a
I'm a
constant
journalist, not an
stream of new
archaeologist.
recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience.
That's what
So,
I ask
their
of my
money,
Twitch
goods,
followers
and
as well.
lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon
Donate your
held
land
in
and goods
France,
to the
Scotland,
order.
England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Oh, this guy likes
Is it
to
true the
talk.
treasure of the Knights Templar was
I
never
mean, so do
found?
I. That's why I'm on Twitch. But
Who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains. Or, if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
The Templars
It
have
means that it's
attained a
never been made
mythological
public, I don't know.
status, like the King Arthur of the Britain. There are people even now.
oh, I wonder
who
if
say
King Arthur
the
will come up
Templars
again in
killed
this
Caesar.
franchise.
Do you think that's likely?
No, not for a minute.
Let's talk about Nico,
The manuscript
shall
is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah, not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's.
we? Oh,
Maybe it was my.
why did he get
imagination,
a female
but
friend?
I noticed a predatory
Please.
look in his eye. Suddenly, this friendly historian had turned into the big bad wolf.
Ew. I
This
guess
friend
I'll
who has
enable
the
him
manuscript,
Are
to
we, the anonymous girlfriend?
She
to try and
lives at
track down this woman and
361
be like,
Rue Jarry.
Ah, I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
gross. Do you want to look at this gem?
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
I believe
Yeah,
he did.
the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so.
No,
Thanks for your help, Andre.
it's probably not
You're
treasure.
welcome.
Are you sure? It's a very big gemstone. You're absolutely certain it's not part of the treasure. What the hell am I supposed to do now? I mean, I fiddled with a lot of this place last time I was here. So, I guess I'm just gonna leave until the game tells me sparkles my way back towards where I'm supposed to be going. 'Cause surely that would be sparkly now if I needed it. Oh, well, go to the police station. That's what it told me to do. Maybe Rosso's got something to say for himself. Buzz the police. Oh, there's Rosso. And the developer in the background. Is this Moo or not Moo? Those of you in the chat who wanted to see Moo, he's back. Maybe. He's back!
Me?
In Park form!
Monsieur Stobart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme.
Yeah, this
That
is Moo.
how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, don't have any intuition while fighting crime. That's a bad idea.
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic, in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Okay, I guess that's a new place for me to go.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lives.
Maybe he did. What about these two? What's his
I'd
name?
like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
You had issues
What
with
are you going
Flap
to
and
do
Guido
about
before?
Flap and Guido, Sergeant?
I'm going to bust them, monsieur. For years I have been.
I wish I had a
something
cool
on that pair.
nickname like Flap
Now is my chance.
or Guido.
I'll show them. And the inspector.
Thanks, Sergeant.
As a community, you could all be called
I'm
the
only
Flaps
doing
and
my duty,
Guidos.
monsieur.
I don't know if Revolution Software would, sue
You
me
know a
after
man
a
named
while if we
Khan?
got popular.
He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his left cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume.
Because I have been doing
Is
an
Roscoe
insane amount of
Yes.
detective work,
You wish to speak to him?
which you should have been doing, police. But you didn't.
Yes, I do.
So,
One moment, monsieur.
here's all the evidence I've found from multiple countries.
Stop office here to see you, monsieur.
Your jurisdiction ends in France, moo. But me,
Did he say
I'm a
what it was
tourist.
No,
And
monsieur.
I can break in anywhere across the world.
Very well.
As long as I've got a wet rag. And maybe a bit of metal.
Hi, Inspector. Remember
I really
me?
expected to
But
see
of
a
course,
barcode
Mr.
on the back of his
Stovall.
head like Hitman.
My mind is a well-ordered faculty. A mental classification system that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks marked you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds.
I've been playing brain
But
training
there
on
is
the
no need.
DS.
If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it worked.
Did
He was
it?
pompous and patronizing, but he had style.
Does he?
If you've called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigation.
Ali
has been
Thompson.
closed.
Hey,
I've been
Nice to
taken
see
off
you.
the case.
how's
What
your
about
day
the
been so
murder of the
far?
dead guy?
Yeah, so far
It
so
is
good.
out of my hands.
Doing a bit of Broken Sword. Talking
Ever
about
heard of a guy called Marquet?
Yeah.
Jacques Marquet?
talking about
Marquet.
Jacques
I
Marquet.
know the name well. He has a record for suspected blackmail, kidnapping, arson, and art theft.
Thank you very much.
All-rounder, huh? How come he's on the loose?
His bravado is matched only by the courtroom skills of his attorney.
Oh, okay. Right. Do you know anything about the Knights
Have you heard of the
Templar?
Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. But of course, monsieur, their fame is widespread.
I hope your day is
throughout
going
France.
too. He's
We
going well
haven't
too,
forgotten them.
not just going to.
Unlike the rest of Europe.
I mean,
It
I
was
hope
the
it's
King of
going,
France
but I
who
also hope it's
persecuted
going
them.
well.
Indeed.
That shook his cool. Underneath his cultured facade, the man was real twitchy.
I guess we're all real twitchy here. Get it? Get
You're
it?
obviously a great admirer of the Knights Templar.
They were
Laugh!
men of great honor, monsieur. The flower of
Oh
chivalry.
god.
Not everyone would
My
share
day is
your
going so far so good.
Not
Excellent to
everyone
hear.
shares my passion
I hope it
for
continues to
Bartok.
be good.
But if the
And gets
Templars
better and
were
better
as
throughout the
honorable
day.
as-
That's enough. I do not wish to hear your uninformed opinions, Stobbard.
I have not been listening to a goddamn word he's been saying.
Why do you get so wound up about the Knights
Yeah.
Templar? They've been dead for centuries.
Anytime.
I shouldn't have pushed
If
my
you
luck.
if you arrive in this
Maybe
chat
his
and you ask me how
ancestors
my
were
day is
Templars.
going, I will always ask the
Whatever.
same back, and I
I
will
saw
always
the
hope that
anger
it's
flare in his
going
eyes
well.
like a distant
Stream's
sun
going well.
storm.
The Templars were the first
part 2 of
true
Broken Sword.
internationalists.
If there's anything which you've
They
missed so
cannot
far,
live
it's
on,
that we're
and still the world is
uncovering a
fragmented by
worldwide
nationalist
conspiracy.
flag-waving fools. You will excuse me.
after a clown blew up a cafe. Never seen this game before your stream. It recently released. This game originally came out in 1996. It's a really old point-and-click game, but this version, which I'm playing right now, is a 4K remaster, which came out, I think September 19th, last month. This is a new place I haven't been before, the hospital. That seems like progress. This is not a hospital. This is a cafe.
I once read
Oh,
a
I hope
list
this
of
place doesn't get
low-stress
blown up either.
jobs. It didn't include police work. Obviously, this guy hadn't read the same list.
Has anyone else got the feeling that this is actually the cafe
Excuse
from the
me,
dream
officer.
in Inception?
And how may I help you?
Oh boy, another quality accent.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers.
Only that they were
Just
excommunicated
walking up
in
to a random guy
1312
while he's enjoying his
and
coffee and
hanged in their
going,
dozens,
"What do you know about the
living
Knights
in
Templar?"
death. Well,
Boy.
Ali
will
Thompson,
they
thank you for the
teach in police
follow.
academy these days?
no,
Congratulations
monsieur. I
on
read it
being-
on that board over there.
being a follow during the stream. Most of my follows happen in between, so this one I actually get to call out. Thank you so much.
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the Parisian traffic,
You're
no?
more than welcome to
Yeah,
come
so?
back anytime you
I
like.
could direct the traffic.
And one
the
day we'll
most
even finish
dangerous,
Broken
the
Sword.
east side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy the sun, the architecture, and the so-so Sauvignon.
This
Which
so
would
so
look
Sauvignon.
Yeah, but I'm not a policeman. What happened to duty?
Where are you from? If you, I am
Excellent
from the
question,
north of
monsieur.
England. So I am from Chester specifically, which is just outside of Liverpool. But I currently reside in London. I moved here about 10 years ago.
Have
You seen this guy?
before?
No. Who is it?
I believe him to be an international assassin.
Such a nice,
Oh.
not such a nice place as in
Is that all you can
Chester or
say?
London or both.
Oh.
I did wonder if I should say that I believe you to be an international paranoiac. But it
Paranoiac
didn't seem polite.
is a new word. Yeah, they're both very, very lovely places. Lots of history on both ends. As ever, which one you like the most?
What do you make of this grease paint stained tissue?
When I originally moved from
Would you
Chester,
like
I
to
was
see
like, I
some of
can't
my
wait to
good
get out of
pictures?
Chester because I
Hell
was
no.
very much like,
Then
ooh,
please
it's
put
not
your
multicultural, it's not this,
away.
it's not that. And then I came to London. As the time has gone on, I think I like them both, pretty equally. London's just got everything you could possibly need. One of my favourite facts
see you
about the
around.
world is that there are
Leave
two
us-
cities on Earth in
I'll
which you
be
can find
there.
one person from every country, and that is London and Manhattan. And I am yet to go to Manhattan, but I will one day. But I do like that as a little thing about London, where I could legitimately meet anyone from any country and be like, yeah, sure.
A typically Parisian sidewalk cafe. Last time I visited one of those, it blew up. I decided I was happy enough right where I was.
Great. George now believes, I don't know, I guess he believes he's cursed when it comes to cafes. Oh, hello, manhole cover.
An architectural echo of the gallows that once used to stand here.
The amount of times George just looks at something and just goes,
I couldn't open it with my bare hands.
no, but you could open it with your sweet opening tool.
Fixed to the wall was a sign in 3 languages.
I couldn't read any of them.
In French, English, and German, it read, in 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the Knightly Order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights
Have you
were
considered
hanged
using
on this
artwork
site.
on your stream
Their
to attract
Grand
more
Master,
followers
Jacques
and
de
viewers?
Molay,
I
was
do,
burnt at
but
the
I have
stake on
a
an
friend of
island in
mine
the
who,
Seine.
when I eventually get free time to discuss with said friend, they're very nicely offered to do that for free.
In the middle of the square was a manhole.
Which, at this
I
point,
wondered if there might be
wonderful,
something relevant
because I always want to
beneath
pay people
street
for their
level.
hard work.
I
And
couldn't
they
open it with
really
my
want to do
bare
it for
hands.
free, so I will get them something. And it might be, oh, we could look at this fountain.
An ornate fountain
Might be
stood
buying
in
them
one
some
corner of the
Warhammer.
square. I'd have to come by
In
here
exchange
in the summer to see it
for
working.
free work.
There was no water to frolic about in, and the leaf mold that was collecting there just wasn't the same somehow. At
Wonder
the
if I
top
can
of
go
the
to the
stairs was
church?
a medieval church.
Going up to the church, maybe? Oh, we can. Oh, excellent. Oh, it doesn't want me to. It wants me to go back that way. Oh, let's just look at. Yeah, sure. If you can check out my if you check out the links
I
in
couldn't open
my
it with
bio
my bare hands.
or in my about page or whatever it is on Twitch, you can find the links. You can find
I couldn't open it with my bare hands.
Instagram, and probably best to try and contact me on there. It's the easiest way because I'm on
Hey,
it most of the time,
Hey, you!
trying
What do you
to
think you are doing?
push content like this.
Come out alone. Now.
Sorry, no harm intended.
You stay away from that.
Okay. So I need to get rid of him somehow. Maybe could I zap his ass?
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
This is one of the worst accents I think we've come across so far.
Would you like to shake? I stopped myself barely in time. Electrocuting a cop would not have been smart. They'd rebuild the Bastille just so they could throw me in and throw away the key.
American tourist creates diplomatic incident.
Does
By
this
zapping
red
a
nose
cop.
mean anything to you?
Aha! A prosthetic nose. Very significant.
It is?
God damn that
No.
voice.
I'm just having a little joke.
Take a look at this.
Ah!
Can you
An
follow? I follow you on
electrician.
Instagram. Can you follow me
My
back? Yeah,
TV
sure.
has
Once I'm
been
done with
acting
this,
up. Could you fix it?
I'll give you a check out.
I doubt
Thank
it.
you very
This
much
isn't my
for the
ID.
follow.
Do you know what this is?
Aha! You Americans with your notorious nose candy. I read
What?
Hollywood Wives. I know all about it.
If
You know
tried
what
to
this
sniff
is?
This stuff, you'd
It's
wall up your
cocaine.
nostrils. It's plaster of Paris.
It is.
I'll be waiting for your response. Sweet.
Thank heaven. For one awful moment, I thought I might actually have to arrest somebody. Alors, the paperwork.
Oh god,
You
this
have no
voice is.
idea.
I don't know which was worse, the violin in the Irish pub or this guy's accent.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
I am missing something. I need to be able to get down that manhole cover. I have something to open it, but I need to get him. See, it really wants me to leave and go this way. So it tells me that there's nothing. How long? By the way, how long do you do minimum stream though? So tonight I will be going until 10, so I got another hour and 10 minutes, in which hopefully progress will be made. Maybe if I gotta do something with his wine, no. If I try and leave, am I just in the wrong area, maybe? Or is it going to sparkle and tell me I am supposed to be here? No, it's not. Oh, it's telling me to go to hospital. Yes. Hospital.
The old building managed to retain some of its original grandeur, but the modern additions looked like a baseball cap on a statue of a medieval saint.
I'd look at that. I also followed you on Twitter. Congratulations, well done. I will one day remember that Twitter is a is a site that
There was
exists.
no sign of the crew of the ambulance.
I often forget that Twitter
I
exists.
felt a little guilty.
One
as I
day I'll
tried
remember
the
to keep
door.
updating
Like
it.
I was about to rob a grave, I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremble in my hand and pulled. The door was locked.
That's probably for the best that the ambulance was locked before people just start thinking that he's like, I was just looking for methadone, dude.
The young man's face was full of eagerness and enthusiasm.
You use Instagram
I figured
daily,
he was
lol.
fresh from
I do
college.
indeed.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
I keep being yelled at by people who know Instagram and social media better than me, and
Call me
being
George
like,
if you
"You
like."
should post at least once every 4 days, otherwise you'll get lost in the mist." And I'm like, "Who figured that out? Did somebody like say that from Instagram?" And like, you don't post every 4 days,
Keep
you're
it to
fucked.
yourself, Benoit.
But if you do, you're
Do
fine.
you know anything about a patient
I
named
won't.
Marquet?
I won't forget.
Much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
Oh, Jesus. Do you know this
Do you
guy?
recognize the man in this photograph?
It's one around everyone. You seen this dude? At least it makes you feel like a detective if you're doing that.
See you later.
Right.
The woman managed to look overworked and hassled, though she didn't appear to be doing anything.
I have to go now. Nice to meet you. Well, it's been lovely to speak to you. I shall check out all of the follows, etc. once I'm done with this, but thank you for joining.
Excuse
You're
me.
welcome back anytime.
Yes, sir.
Do you stream tomorrow? The next time I'll be streaming
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
next Wednesday,
That's correct.
thought
about
I was in a
7
garden
p.m.
center.
GMT,
Oh, the plan.
or British time.
They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
You seen any clowns?
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You
If
haven't
I'm
seen
free,
a
I can
man
join
in
you.
disguise?
You're welcome anytime. Feel free to check out the
There's
schedule.
Theodore
It's
the
usually
bear.
Wednesdays and
He
Fridays.
comes every Thursday to entertain the
As
children.
time moves on and I get a little
Personally,
bit
I think
better
he
at this
scares them
and
half to death in that
figure out
crummy old
editing
bear
and
suit.
whatnot, I will be
If I was stuck on my back with
hopefully
tubes
adding
in
a
every
third
orifice,
stream in
he's
the
the
week,
last
but
person
for
I'd
now
wanna
taking
see.
it slow with Wednesdays and Fridays.
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can
Have
you
a lovely
describe
evening.
them?
Thank you for
A
joining.
thin guy
See you
who
again.
looks like a weasel and his friend, a gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from a zoo.
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Jacques
Oh,
Marquet.
yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Have a good night. Bye bye. Yeah, sure, I'm family and friends.
Yeah, I'm his long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yes,
Yeah.
you never heard of adoption?
People always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I guess not.
Gonna see
So,
him
do
anyway.
I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear.
No one gets
No
to
one
see
gets
him.
to see
Right.
Marquet.
Oh,
So unless
God.
you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
You seen this guy?
Have you seen this man
Wanna
here
look
at
at
the
this
clinic?
tissue?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
Can you think of any use for this greasy tissue?
I guess you could use it to baste a roast turkey.
I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Don't be fresh, young man.
Alright, well, I'm running
Thanks
out of
for your
ideas.
help,
Maybe I'll
ma'am.
talk to this doctor
You're
instead.
welcome.
Hi, my name's George Stoker.
The twinkle of
Really?
progress.
If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
I want to see this dude.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department does
My
he
name
work?
is Jacques Marquet.
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
I gotta see
I
this
think I ought
dude.
to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Nonsense. Besides,
Sure he is.
Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private rooms.
And which room
Could
would
you
that be?
tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
Do you know this guy?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Do you know
No,
this
sir,
guy?
I do not.
Do you want to shake my hand? Do you want to look at this tissue?
What do you make of this tissue, sir?
Intéressant. I thought I knew the ins and outs of the human body, but this has me beat. If I were you, I'd have this sample analyzed.
Right, it's grease paint. It's fine.
May I have the honor of shaking you by the hand?
You may not. I don't encourage physical contact between my staff.
Thanks for your help.
Hey, Benoit.
Benoit.
What do you want?
That is
Forget
a specific thing for two people who may or may not still be in the audience. Oh, apparently I'm supposed to talk to the receptionist. She's sparkling. The hell? Okay.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here.
Did it.
Now, let me see.
Nailed it.
He was on Ward B12.
Shouting your name. Merlin! Even though this guy's...
Oh, he's being transferred to...
My guy's called
dear.
George. He's just
on
telling
Ward
everyone his
J2.
name's Merlin.
That's Nurse Grendel's ward.
Nurse Grendel?
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock, alarm falls. 6:10, bowel movement, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result.
Oh,
Those
ew.
patients of hers are
There's
like
only
Pavlov's
one
dog.
big toilet.
She
They
sounds
make
like
you
a real
all go
nightmare.
at the same time.
And then some.
She sounds
If
like
Nurse
a
Grendel is that
barrel
bad, how
of
come the
laughs.
authorities tolerate her?
Is
She's
anyone
like part of
French?
the
It's a good
furniture.
point.
Oh, you mean she's been
These
here
two
a long
guys here
time?
are French. The
No.
two male doctors.
I
I
mean,
don't know
it's
why
my man
this.
in his
She was
clinic
complaining that I have an
all down.
American accent, and I'm like,
I was beginning to get the picture.
you
This woman was jealous.
hear yourself,
With a
lady?
big green capital J. How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left. Turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Fair left past the administrator's sauna.
The
And turn left at the end. That's
administrator's
J2.
sauna.
And good luck.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Where is it? I think I'm supposed to go down there. Again, I wasn't listening to her. I've got a really short attention span to be playing games like this.
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
Okay. Don't see how this is a puzzle, but
The door didn't
I
have a
feel
sign
as though I've got to
or label
unplug him.
or any kind of identification.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
He is not French. I did not expect that voice out of that man.
I guess the water cooler was for the use of... Maybe the face of the unaccountably happy domestic had made me unduly suspicious. I mean, I knew it was
hell?
only my imagination, but the water tasted, well, peculiar.
How did the water taste peculiar? What are you talking about? What do you mean?
The connector in the socket supplied...
Oh no!
As I...
Me bloody machine's turned off.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
What are you doing, George? Go to the door. Why am I watching the old man plug it in? Go to the door. Okay, I guess I'm just going to impersonate a doctor now.
Dr. Stobart at your service.
That's a war crime. It is a war crime. I'm going to dress up as a priest. You're like, yeah, I'm part of the Red Cross.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness.
Complaining.
You need this, Doctor.
Oh, it's really annoying. Like, I just, black out, and when I wake up, I'm
She
just
gave
covered
me a
in
long,
blood. I don't know
narrow
how I
metal
got
box.
there. It's just, yeah.
And a
The whole
stunning
thing.
smile. Thanks. Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
Hello, Doctor.
The nurse told me you...
Is no one in this hospital French?
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I
Like
see.
death, but not
How
so
long does
conclusive.
it last?
Just a
That's
fraction
fair.
of a second, and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same. This guy was nuts.
Okay.
I know exactly what you mean. It's known in the medical field as blinking.
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious.
What the hell?
It's perfectly natural.
Every time he closes
Just
his
think,
eyes, he thinks he
2
loses
seconds
consciousness.
every minute? Why? That's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this baloney.
Put a pillow to him, yeah. I'm afraid you've been blinking too much.
Which bed is Marquet in?
He's round the corner, in solitary.
In
What's the matter with
solitary.
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves.
That's the
Hey,
most French
You're
man
a
I've ever met.
doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
'Cause I've got... Shut up, that's
Has
more...
Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well,
Oh, God.
you know how it is. Life goes on.
Thanks for those comforting words.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. As soon as you die, the world will forget about you and move on. Oh, okay.
Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
Oh,
Do you know what this is?
Is it self-raising flour?
No.
Sorry, I wanted to show you my
Have
tissue.
you any idea what this is?
Please, take it away before I throw up.
It's been in my pocket for about just under a week now.
Do you recognize
show it
the
to
man in
everyone.
this photograph?
Nah, Doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer.
One of your colleagues?
No, he really is a murderer.
I've never seen him before.
All right. It looks like
Well, goodbye and good luck.
I've drained you.
Thanks, Doc.
Lucy, like, Jesus. Well, turns out I figured out what was wrong with
According to
him.
the chart, this guy was
He was
called
blinking.
Croquet.
What's this guy called?
The name on the chart was Boissy.
Boissy.
The poor
Name
guy's
on the chart
temperature
was
had been up and
Bussy.
down like a white knuckle ride. No wonder he looked so sick. Now, I was no doctor, but this guy looked dead to
Show
me.
us Bussy. Well, I'm going to go to the bathroom. You can join me on my other streaming channel on OnlyFans to see what happens in there. I'll be right back. Hello, 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 I've returned. That's the issue with having a big old hot coffee at the beginning of these streams to try and make sure I've got the energy up for them. It also means I desperately have to pee multiple times during the
graph
stream.
showed a
And
steady decline
they're
in
only
his
3-hour-long
pulse
streams, so
and an increase in his blood pressure.
that right
It
there
kinda
is
shook me
the
to see this guy's life reduced to
bladder
a few
level of
jagged
an
lines.
incontinent toddler. But I can hold it in. Ladies, I can hold it in. I haven't peed myself in years.
His temperature was normal, with little fluctuation either way.
Chat kicking off because I haven't peed myself in years. Alright, let's talk to this dude, bro.
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is
Oh,
Dr.
another
Snowball,
not Frenchman.
and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
Really?
You
They
better
told me
believe
it was stage 4 terminal. No. You're just in bed too
What can
long.
you tell me about Marquet?
Go back, live the
He's
rest
the
of your life.
man
It'll
in
be
the
great.
private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
What do they call you?
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too
You've
early
got
to say.
beditis.
But I've been here for 3 months.
Wow, 3 months in the hospital. That
What's your
sucks.
impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
She could be a
I've
vacuum
no
cleaner.
complaints.
Oh, God.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
Why? It looks like an immaculate hospital.
I'm going to take your blood pressure. Why? I'm a doctor. It's my job.
And then proceeds to just not do it.
See you later.
Okay, so it wants me to go that way, apparently. Why would it want me to go over here? What would I what? The man I'm supposed to see is over there. Oh, now it wants me to go that way. You may have noticed, how long have we been going for now? I don't know how long we've been going for. But wait, what? Yeah, I told you to go that way. Once we get, we're getting further and further into the stream, the time is passing, and now I'm just like, just Sparkle, tell me what? Oh, you want me to talk to this guy? Okay. You just tell me what you want me to do, game, and I'll do it.
Excuse me, sir.
You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bunny, come here, boy.
Bunny
This is
Benoit.
Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after these?
Do your own babysitting, Gramps. Who do you think you
There
are
are two
anyhow?
people
I am
who I know
Felix
will be
Hagenmeyer.
very sad they missed the fact that
May
there is a
I
character
say
called
what
Benoit.
an honor it is
They
to
know who
meet
they
you in
are.
person, sir. You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look on it as
This
a
game
privilege. No,
really likes
honor
Timothy Leary.
to look after your nephew, sir.
Is fresh out of medical.
I really like that guy who
It will
got
open
everyone
your eyes to
really
see
into
a
LSD to
real
only turn out to be
doctor
an
on
FBI informant to then
Oh,
get them
yeah.
arrested for being
Show him
involved with
around.
LSD.
Let him see some real stuff.
Yeah!
Look what Nurse Grendel gave me, sir.
Ah, yes, very good. I'm glad to see you're carrying it with you. It reassures the public to see the medical profession using traditional archaic tools.
So long, Hagenmeyer.
Hagenmeyer. Alright, Benoit.
Hey, Benoit.
Hey,
There's no need to
Benoit.
shout. What do you want?
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, miss. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean
what?
to get my hands dirty with a nurse.
Shut up, Benoit.
Okay, now,
Follow me, Benoit.
I'm right behind you, sir.
Follow me, Benoit. Can we take him to Ireland? Can we go introduce him to the goat? I need you to take care of this goat, Benoit. Okay, I'm just gonna go straight.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric
Client?
Sopmarsh.
You mean patient?
What's his
right?
problem?
He's delirious. He just now came out of theater. He's recovering from major surgery.
Major
I'll have him
surgery.
up and about before you can say, Lazarus, get out of your bed and walk. Hi, it's me again.
What?
I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy.
Yes, you can, George. Yes, you can. I don't. What do you want me to do here? I'm just gonna
Do you
go
know what
through
this
everything.
tool is used for?
I'd rather not, Doctor. Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
Do you recognize this red nose?
Doesn't that belong to Boissy?
No. I found it in a sewer.
He's a clown, you know. You wouldn't think so to look at him now, would you?
Cheap view. Trust me, all my
Have
viewers
you
are
any
cheap.
idea what this is?
No.
They came for cheap content.
I wouldn't even like to guess.
I'm just gonna
Do you
run through
recognize-
everything.
No, Doc.
A cold.
Really? He's a dead ringer for my bank manager. Of course, Mr. Soames hasn't got a scar, and he doesn't come from the Middle East. His hair's a lot grayer, too.
So it doesn't look
Otherwise,
like him at all.
it's just like him.
Remarkable. Have you ever heard of the club?
I'm not really. A game of whist and a glass of ginger wine is about my limit.
I'm
Have
running
you
out
heard
of
of a guy
things here.
called Merlin?
No, Doctor.
You want to look at my
Does
gemstone?
this gem mean anything to you?
No, Doctor.
How about this
Is
plaster?
this some kind of test?
If it was, you would have failed.
You want plaster?
Do you know what this is?
It looks like plaster.
It is.
How did you know that?
I'm a plasterer.
See you later.
Yes.
Hey, Benoit.
Benoit, should you be doing something? You are an actual doctor.
Yes, sir.
Forget it.
Maybe I'm supposed to pressure gauge this.
Doctor,
Yes.
What is it?
you haven't taken...
Yeah, I'm trying. You're just in the way. I'm trying to take your blood pressure, man. I was in my own way. Well, that was exceptionally quick.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Yeah.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
Dr.
I
Monroe
can't
isn't
take
here.
a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
Can I leave yet?
Oh,
What now?
you didn't.
Okay. Okay, big confusion happening.
Okay, let.
Should we get Benoit to do it?
You don't have the...
I'll come back when you... Hey, Benoit.
Maybe I get Benoit to do it.
Yes, sir?
Here, take...
Okay, there's an animation.
Thank
That's
you, sir.
always a
What do you
good
want me to do,
sign.
Billy?
Well, keep it safe until...
Now can I leave? Oh no.
You haven't finished.
Oh boy.
Will you keep quiet?
I'll keep quiet, will you?
I have to see Jacques.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got money.
Yes, he's willing to make
It's
a
not
massive
like that.
donation to the hospital.
I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder. Hi. See. Hey,
Yeah,
Benoit.
Benoit, can you like do something about this? Anything at all?
Yes, sir?
Ah,
Are you ready with that?
Primed and ready? What do you want?
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
okay.
I'm Dr.
Bonjour.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
Look at that.
He's in quarantine, doc.
Small amount of progress.
Behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you.
Uh-huh,
He
why?
has anthrax.
He has anthrax.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Because he has
I
anthrax.
have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and
What if
register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and
Yeah.
distant attitude to death.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks.
I wish I could
Have you
reach
seen any
godlike
suspicious
aloofness.
characters on the ward?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
aloof.
I have.
I just don't
A
think I'm
gorilla and a weasel?
godlike
No.
aloof.
This was a tatty old bear.
How was the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
Don't you think it's
Oh, I just
possible
realized we
the
actually
bear
met a
was
French
man
person in this
disguise?
French hospital.
Well, obviously, I'm not completely stupid. But
He
who
doesn't
would
sound
go to
particularly
the
French, but he
bother
is.
Of disguising himself as a bear. It's not as if he'd blend in with the surroundings.
No, he
I checked
did.
with base to see if any bears had been reported missing from the zoo or a traveling circus.
Uh-huh.
They told me to sit tight until reinforcements arrive. I
Fair.
guess they're right. I'd be stupid to tackle a bear single-handed.
Have you seen this dude, bro?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I have never seen him before.
Alright, well, we're gonna leave.
Catch you later, officer.
Take his
Au revoir,
service
Doc.
weapon.
If you see that bear, kick him in the
I need
nuts.
this. Kick him in the nut. I'm not gonna go kick a bear in the nuts.
Rather you than me, pal.
Give me that service weapon. I need to go shoot a bear. Oh, this guy's been messed up. George just comes in and just
Another
turns
graph,
the machines off.
another life. On the top of the chart was his name, Jacques Marquet.
Yeah, he got a
Be a
tent
doctor to read the graphs.
going.
Marquet
Yeah,
was
he's
dying.
really... He looks like he's got 2 tents, but I mean, that's clearly his feet. But what a man! Intravenous fluids, medical machine, serious trouser tent. Yeah, I mean, maybe he's bored in hospital, so he's just got
The
to sit
bottles
there
were
and be
full
like,
of liquid with a little trail of
might
bubbles
as well
rising
just
to
sit
the
here
surface.
fully erect.
I figured Marquet's life depended on those
I
bubbles.
can't do anything about
so
it,
I decided
and I
not
don't
to
want
disturb
anyone
him.
else to do anything about it because I'm in too much pain. But at least I can be
Marquet
aroused.
was either peacefully sleeping or placidly dead, rousing him in the latter case would take a miracle.
What do you mean he's peacefully sleeping or dead? His eyes are open.
Marquet?
Yes. I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well,
Oh, you think I'm here to kill
what are
you?
you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lama gem.
He's sitting down
right
on
here
the
in my
bed.
pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassins.
Oh, anyone who's played video
Not
games
me.
should have
I
sat
never
on the
inhaled.
tent. Yeah.
So, you will send
Oh, did anyone catch that Bill Clinton reference there?
Yeah.
I talked over it, but there was a
Argument
great
that
Bill
took
Clinton
Ireland in your
reference in
condition.
that.
What should I do with the gem?
I thought you were from the Hashashin.
those
Oh, I never inhaled.
master. Quickly tell him that I have found
I did indeed smoke marijuana, but I did not inhale.
right here in Paris.
You haven't?
I assumed there'd be at least one impression
But taken
per
care
stream,
of.
in which I would do a funny voice at some point and impersonate someone. Didn't think the second Broken Sword one would feature a
Would
Bill
that
Clinton
be
impression.
Flap and Guido by any chance?
Hillary, that video game's making fun of me.
Matt, what about the Hashashin?
Is more likely to
I'm a Frenchman myself.
stop at nothing to prevent the reforging of this sword
Oh, he's talking about some
That's
sort of
bad.
sword. It might be broken.
for Klausner.
Oh no.
He is gone off to
Ich bin,
Syria.
that's the wrong president. Ich bin ein Berliner, wrong one.
They have geese in Syria?
Ich bin ein, I did not inhale.
About the location of the
I don't know if anyone else caught that then. The dude just said someone's gone to Syria.
One day, Monsieur Marquet.
So boy oh boy
What
does
are you
that make me
doing
feel
here?
as though
Talking to this patient,
we're
of
gonna
course.
go to
Monsieur
Syria.
Marquet is my
And we've
patient.
seen the state of the accents in
Okay,
France.
I'm going. I'd learned all I could
We've
from
seen
Marquet
the
anyhow.
state of the accents in Ireland. Is anyone else now equally as worried as to if we do go to Syria, what those accents
Well, there you
will
are,
be
sir.
like?
I was just coming to look for
Yeah.
you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thank you, I'll take that
Thanks,
back,
buddy.
I guess.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Is that another bomb?
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no
Braille.
Dr. Braille working here.
Oh, but
He's
there
an
is a Dr.
imposter.
Stobart.
The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Oh no. That's a really
Stand
weird
back,
cut.
monsieur.
Does he have a service? He did have a service weapon! Maverick, you were right. It told you! You did told you. Back at Nico's apartment. Well, anyway, yeah, the old guy got killed.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
Oh, he looks
He's
so
dead.
sad.
Yeah.
He looks so
Killed in cold
dejected.
blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a
Despicable.
doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window.
Alright, we got some stuff to talk about here.
Have you ever heard of the Hashiyashin?
No.
Marquet said
She
that they
sounds
were
like
his
she's in
biggest
another room.
enemy.
She does sound like
His
she's in
biggest
another
enemy
room.
was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind
She
me.
sounds like she's
That guy
recording
was
from the
evil.
room I'm
He had
currently in.
wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again.
Especially when I'm wearing a lab coat and pretending to be a
Do you
doctor.
think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time.
Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves.
Do you think they'll be showing up anytime soon?
Have you found out any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for their downfall was Philippe IV, the King of France.
Yep, we know.
Otherwise known as Philippe le Bel.
I've heard of him.
Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair. But I doubt if the Templars called him that.
Oh, she also
I'm
says
sure
Templars.
André will
weird.
tell you all about him.
Templars.
I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rousseau or Sergeant Mou? Oh, but you're referring to André.
I'll let you work it out.
I think he's referring to Andre. Anything we can do to hold off Syria for a little bit longer, so that we don't have to hear what is clearly a British man doing an accent for a Syrian character in 1996. Back to the Musée Crune. What up, Andre? Where you at?
You have left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
Anything? I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get locked in. I can tell you. Not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
You don't believe in ghosts, surely.
Oh, yes, I do. 7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in here. He made a bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well, what was the cause of death?
They said it was a brain tumor.
I wonder what you'll have to
on
do.
his face was a look of
In what respect? In terms of like going to Syria, or?
I have never seen before.
Oh, you mean? Oh, I see. I see what you mean. I see exactly what you mean, which is
forget it.
Hide in here. Make sure that. All right. First of all, let's talk to Lobino.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
Oh God, he still loves calling me Georgie.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was
They
formed
had
in
a
11th
whole series
century
of
Persia,
games made about
shortly
them
before
called
the
Assassin's
Crusade.
Creed.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Reckon it'll be the sarcophagus? I
They
also
gave a
reckon
new
it'll
word
be
to
the
our
sarcophagus.
language.
I think we're
Assassini.
gonna have to.
The assassin.
Assassini.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legend surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites.
Yep,
A
if
young
you played
man
Assassin's
who
Creed,
sought to
this
join
should
the
all be
sect
sounding
was
very
given
familiar.
hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women
choicest hash.
imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Oh yeah?
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashi.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as
They
I
got
explained,
really baked
the
on
new
hash
recruits
and
would be
stabbed
only
the
too
shit out of
willing to
people.
die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around.
Only
the world
within the
today.
Animus.
You tell me.
What? Take a look at the world of
I
1996
think
and
you
you
ought to
tell
know
me,
that the
do
tripod
assassins
could have been
exist?
stolen.
The Lochman tripod?
Yes.
No.
It's true. I can
No.
give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place,
I heard them planning the raid.
they're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Why don't you loan the tripod to me?
Why don't you
for
just
safekeeping?
give me the tripod?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
Yeah, it is. It'd be a real shame if somebody stole it. Can I zap your ass?
I'd like to shake you by the hand.
Not now, Georgie.
Oh.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I'm just going to open the window, then screw around with this, if anyone knows what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh, nailed it.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
I'm
Already,
the greatest.
Enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien,
Put my
see
feet
you tomorrow.
up.
Good night, Monsieur.
He said something about a state-of-the-art security system. He's just been looking grumpy inside a sarcophagus for a couple of hours.
Hey, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flash!
Oh, those accents just get better every time I hear them. Don't worry, we got 5 more games after this. Oh, what the fuck? Then I'm gonna guess the only thing I can do
What the... Who's there?
is push
Let's
this
get
on.
out of here!
You hear his great scream there? Oh! Catwoman! These stereotypes are
And
nuts.
when I woke up, I
yeah,
was at the police station.
I didn't expect to see
Luckily, I managed to
Catwoman.
persuade Rosso I was
What the
innocent.
hell?
Poor Georges.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those 2 crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
You mean
You were Catwoman?
it was you who
I mean,
stole the tripod?
semi-obvious when
Oh,
it happened.
hell, Nico.
I wonder who
could've been
Catwoman is.
shot.
Well, you didn't have to wonder
You're
long.
someone likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats.
Also, that doesn't answer the
Don't
question.
call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be...
Why do you own that outfit, Nico?
After all, we've got the
I'm not complaining.
Aren't you
I'm
going
in
to
no way,
try
shape, or form
putting the
complaining. You
gem
can
on
wear
the
whatever
tripod?
outfit you want to wear. You
I
can do
guess
whatever
so.
you want to do. But you seem to have that readily available. Must be a sex thing. Almost certainly
Nothing
is a
happened.
sex thing.
Yeah.
The gem fits perfectly, but what does that prove?
This thing
Maybe
is
the
so
tripod has to
fragile
be in
it
a
could
certain
break
location.
at the
There's
smallest
nothing on the manuscript
breeze,
to
so I've
indicate
dropped a
weirdo, is
totem
there?
pole on it,
Oh,
and now
by
it
the
lives
way,
in
I
my
had a
inside
visit
jacket
from Andre
pocket.
Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the Knight's crest to take back to the museum.
Cool.
I believe he's identified the family who bear that crest.
I sure hope so.
Want to talk about some assassins? We can
Lobineau
talk about
explained who
assassins.
the Hashashin were.
Yeah?
The cult of the assassins.
Oh, boy.
Oh, they could have some kind of creed.
Let's
Guess-
take another look at the
Guess we'll
manuscript.
look at this again. Anything new to talk about on the manuscript? No. No new options, so I guess we're just gonna leave.
I have to go.
Already? You only just arrived.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Okay. See you later. Right. Well, I guess I'll leave. Right. So now I have it saved by a surprise cat burglar. Okay. So hospital's done. That's done. Can we go to any new countries yet? No. Oh, but Ireland is done. We can't go back to Ireland. I suppose either the police or the museum. Or that other bit. So yeah, let's go see return to the scene of the crime. In which everything is fine. You want to talk about anything, Labano, or are you good?
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie. What's with the long face?
Haven't you heard? The tripod was stolen.
It was stolen on the same day you were talking about how you wanted to steal it.
Other treasures, and the thieves choose the tripod.
A modern-day alchemist, perhaps?
Who knows? There's no shortage of crazies in Paris.
You know what they say? There's no shortage of crazies in Paris, and the inbred in Ireland.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I didn't expect anything quite so sexy.
I hope you're referring to the manuscript.
Oui, of course.
Hey, you want to talk about the manuscript? You got anything
What
you
did
can
you
tell
make
me?
of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
Yeah, we knew that.
Story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
Okay, when's the movie coming out?
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries.
He sounds like a Sacha
Ever
Baron
since
Cohen
Joshua made a
character
packet
sometimes.
selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras.
Who's he?
A Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the
He was
knight.
bigger than Jesus.
How can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Anything else
Can
about
you
the
identify
manuscript?
the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they famous?
No.
Oh, you notice the French
They're not
accent dropped
mentioned
away
after the
in
15th
Costa
century.
Calida.
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
Do you think the manuscript could be the map to the Templar treasure?
Frankly, no. That's too
No.
far-fetched. The manuscript
dumb.
is interesting enough and a rare find, but that's all.
I don't think so.
Wouldn't it be terrific if it was a map, though? The treasure of the Knights Templar.
You might also recognize
A
the sentence
romantic
"Treasure of the
notion,
Knights
Georgie,
Templar"
but
from
extremely
National Treasure.
improbable.
Armor Steely and the Declaration
Thanks for your help,
of
Andre.
Independence.
You're welcome.
I suppose we can put another impression
me.
on the list.
Oui, monsieur? Oh, it's you. Well, what do you want
It's
now?
Nicolas
You're
Cage.
not going to try to hide in that closet again, are you?
I hear your tripod was stolen.
Oh, your
Nothing
tripod
faster
was
than bad
stolen.
news. It is true.
Be a real
It
shame if
happened
it
last
was in
night.
my pocket.
I always said that alarm was no good.
You see that super hot cat
Thanks
woman?
for your help.
Okay, well, I guess maybe now I'm supposed to go to that. Here. Oh yeah, things are different now. Oh my god, there's a clown.
There was a small
There's
crowd
another
of
one.
5 sightseers. It's a weird thing.
George just goes over and
But you
starts
can take the most
battering
intelligent
him.
people in the world, put them in their vacation duds, and hey presto, they look like morons. Why is that?
I don't know,
I
George,
had
do
no
you look like
desire
a
to
moron?
talk to the crowd. The The juggler was good. Why he couldn't put that kind of application into getting a real job, I have no idea. Maybe
Oh my
he just
God.
liked dressing up like a horse's ass.
He's really anti-clown after he got bombed by a clown. Don't attack the juggler.
You with the ball.
He's doing his thing.
Oui.
What do you know about the Knights
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers?
He's a juggler!
On an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow. You're
He
pretty
knows
well
a lot.
educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
That's a fair point.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Who taught you how to juggle?
What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contragravitic.
Contragravitic.
In
I love
centuries
that.
past, the courts of the crowned heads of Europe and the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their
Is that what you
hours
are, a
of
witty,
need.
erudite man?
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God.
Can we get a DBS check on that clown, please?
I don't think so.
I like how the two kids appear to be staring at the manhole cover, where they're like, George, progress is there. It's underneath your feet, George.
You feel you could do better? No?
I'll give it a try.
Everyone seems to be staring at the manhole cover.
I had no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
The clown's name is Bozo Kid Snatcher. Oh no.
A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
No, don't be alarmed. Snatcher is his surname. Kid is his nickname. You
Not
mean
so
the
easy
kid?
after all,
No.
Is it?
I mean kid.
guess not.
Here we go. Here we go, guys. Is this the one person who's showing the clown nose to is actually going to do anything?
Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No, if so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it.
What a weird way of putting it. It fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it. Can I zap your
It
ass?
didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands.
Oh, but it's okay to complain about how he makes his living. Get a real job. I won't stop you doing this job you're currently doing, though.
Have you seen this man before?
No.
Okay, is the
Catch you
crowd
later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
blocking the view so I can open this now?
Hey,
No.
leave.
They
Sorry,
didn't,
no harm in
they didn't like me doing that.
You stay away from that.
Yeah, okay. Well, it hasn't told me to leave with the sparkly stuff yet, so...
A row of old pews, beautifully carved and glowing with polish. I thought of all the people who must have sat here over the decades. All those Parisian derrieres, firm buttocks of the young ladies, the flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies.
Weird. Gross.
I didn't have time to sit around.
It's very pretty. This is a very pretty area.
A knight's tomb,
Oh, look
his
at that big
effigy in
shiny.
marble lying in perpetual state, waiting in prayer for the judgment day.
I tried to rob it, but I couldn't open
A
it.
knight there in the company of his fellows. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world, I guess.
Monument.
A stone knight lay on the church floor. Just think, there's a dead guy under there.
Yes, George. There is indeed. Just think there's a dead guy under there. This looks color-coded to be a puzzle.
Statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll. On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack. Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
Okay.
A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much.
Scroll means smart.
Lux Videbis. A bit of a stained glass window. Wow.
Wow.
Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary.
Tell you what, Owen Wilson could play George Stobart. I was sitting outside of this cafe and it blew up. It was crazy.
I didn't recognize the biblical story.
Wow.
I was a Sunday school dropout.
Wow, Nico. You telling me the assassins are involved? Wow.
A stone knight lay in full stone armor, blank eyes looking at the ceiling.
Blank eyes.
Carrying all that armor around must have been hard.
Sounds like he's starting to do a haiku.
A stone knight lay at the end of a row of 4. I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
He could very well have. There's a different window we can click on, and another window we can look at.
A huge arched window. Somehow it looked more modern than its neighbor.
Am I supposed to shove something in something?
Per disciplinum meum lux videbis. A bit of a stained glass window. Wow.
Wow.
Hoping for a big insight while had been pretty...
But why would you allow me to do it? If that wasn't part of it.
A huge stained glass window. An enormous... In comparison to its neighbor.
Alright. Can we use the tripod on this scroll? Because we own a tripod now. No.
A scroll.
Nope. We might just do a little bit of clicking on things. No. I want my inventory, you idiot. Seems to be one monument I haven't looked at.
I was surprised Philip Lebel, the second stone knight in a row of...
And I've looked at all of them now. Okay, so I guess if I try and leave, eventually it will tell me, it'll start glowing and be like, no, you should go this way. Maybe do it.
Hi again.
Yeah?
Oui? What is it this time? Look.
Okay. Oh, okay. You want to talk, apparently.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
Go fight this juggler.
Juggler.
Ah, he is
Oh,
excellent.
he doesn't. Give me a
most
service
watchable.
weapon.
But he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing traffic.
So, he is amusing. The traffic isn't.
What traffic?
If he wants to block it, who am I to say?
What are you talking
no?
about, George?
You're a cop.
Ah, oui. So I am. Ah, well. Ah,
Grab
you are a
it.
clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing, and not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Whoever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle
That'd be
badly
cool.
with a red nose,
I mean, that's
I'd be the
isn't
king
that
of comedy. But if I
stand-up
juggle
comedy?
badly without it,
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you had it.
so you're not going to do anything about this guy.
No.
break his
Probably doesn't have
kneecaps.
a license.
Ah, a license.
I need to
This
go to the
I had
sewers.
not considered.
So what are you going to do?
The instant I return to the station, I shall check
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
and spoil his concentration. What kind of a barbarian do you take me for?
Alright, I'm just gonna double check.
Does this red nose...
No.
Okay.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Now what? How was that helpful? Oh, now I'm gonna talk to the juggler again. This is very
Hi
confusing.
again.
I'm so glad I put the mode on, which is just like,
Oui?
if you spend too long
What do you think
wandering
this
around,
guy-
I'm just gonna make things shiny. And then you can
I'd like to have another
click
try
on
at
them and the
juggling,
game will
please.
go.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No. I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you
He's been
insist
juggling
on
for 56
completing
hours
your
straight.
humiliation,
Please, please take the balls off me.
Okay,
My arms
now
hurt.
for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury.
That's how I... Actually,
Hey,
thinking about it,
you forgot one of your
we're almost
balls.
at the end of this
Hey.
stream.
But he didn't hear.
So, I might end
Better
up soon
still,
collecting
deprived of
my
his entertainment,
balls and
the
leaving in
gendarme
a
decided
fury.
maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Oh, he just leaves. Which means we're in. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to see a real show. Watch as an American tourist goes into the sewers. Open that hole. Down, down we go. Down into the hole. The tourist just watching. I wouldn't close it after you, George. Well, we're back. We're back in the French sewers.
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs,
His little
I was
arch
going to have
back
to get
there.
onto that path.
You
If the
like what you
near
see
edge hadn't
crawling down
crumbled
into this
away,
French sewer?
I could have jumped it easily. Now,
I see no
wasn't so
turds.
sure.
They were outside, standing next to the manhole.
Okay, it's long jump time.
Oh my god, are you going to try and leap that,
Here
George?
goes.
Yeah.
Do I look crazy or something?
Wait, who are you saying that to, George? Saying that to yourself.
The recent showers had made the
Do the
levels
French
rise a
not
little,
poo?
but at least the place didn't smell so much. What's a guy supposed to do with a sewer? Don't answer that.
Maybe if they put poo in the game, they'd have to increase the age rating. Or decrease. Depending on your views of poo.
A weird little boat lay tied up.
A
I
weird
guess
little
they
boat.
used it to get maintenance crews around.
Either that or the Phantom of the Opera was somewhere near.
On the
Listening
boat
to some Pink Floyd.
was a winching machine. There was a handle in the boat that fed out chain with a hook on the end.
Okay.
There were 3 arches, each with an inscription.
Okay. What are these arches and what are
Close
these
up,
inscriptions?
I could see a faded inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood
This is where the gallows used
seemed
to
to
stand.
say, this is where the gallows used to stand. Maybe.
Maybe.
There were 3
I could be
arches,
wrong.
each with an
Yep.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Okay.
The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why. The inscription... There were 3...
Okay. Well, there's nothing else to do around here, so... Gallows. Innocence. Broken thing. Oh. Is that now in my inventory? No. Okay. There's clearly something I'm missing with the hook. If I try that, he puts it back down again. Oh, maybe I've... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. What? What?
Hey, that's hollow. It was time for some brutal destruction.
How is anyone supposed to figure that out? Third puzzle solved with the sewer key.
Close
Or
up,
fourth?
I could see the plaster was thinner
First
where I'd
sewer.
broken through, and behind it were
I
some
mean, you did.
cogs
I figured it
and
out because it was glowing. Oh, for the love of God.
There was some sort of mechanism hidden in with a lever in the... Here goes.
Okay, you pull the lever now.
Hey, cool.
Hey, cool.
Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism.
Okay, now can I do this? Yay! The animation's working. Pull that handle. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's watch this. Ooh, okay. Where the hell are we?
There was a crack in the wall. Through it, I could see a glimmer of natural light.
Is this Syria? I really wanted to get to Syria and then call it a night, but it might be...
In the beginning was the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelon.
Okay,
They
so
feel
I
that
think
the
we've
politicians
stumbled
have
across
cast them adrift. The
the
pattern
people
is
who rule the
emerging.
world.
Our time is now.
Or trying to rule the world.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens.
Alright, love, you don't need to yell.
A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over.
People love
A
capitalism.
pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that
Oh,
govern it.
you
has
hear that,
never been
Maverick?
lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major government. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked.
Oh,
without
that's a
appearing
South African
foolish.
accent if I've ever heard
The
one.
pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired
Oh,
old
this
governments
game's
are
got the
dying
greatest
a
accents ever.
slow death
This is
from
rough.
their
No, it's
own
not.
incompetence and our machinations. The millennium is almost upon us.
Oh, I didn't think we'd get
Everything
an
is in place
amazing
for the
South
rise of
African accent
our
out of this.
New order.
Some Lethal
Almost.
Weapon 3 shit. Diplomatic
Professor.
immunity, eh?
Where is the broken sword?
Take a shot, he said the name of the game.
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget.
Nice.
What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I
Sword
have a
of
small army
Baphomet,
of
okay.
historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these
we're getting into
historians and
plot now.
archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Igram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lockmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin.
Syrian
He's an
maniac.
assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Go and shoot, big love. Loved having you here,
Do
man.
I have to remind
We're almost
you
done here as
that
well,
we
so it's so
have a
good to have you
sacred
around.
duty.
Feel free to pop
A
by whenever.
trust.
I'll be here Wednesdays
When
and Fridays
Philip
for now.
attempted to destroy the order, we lost the sword and
More
our
Broken Sword.
power with it.
Definitely next Friday.
Now we have the
So you can
opportunity
catch
to
up with more
reforge.
amazing South
But time is
African
short.
accent,
We
eh?
need results, not petty bickering, not excuses.
Who did it better, this
Now,
dude or
Professor
Andy Serkis in Black Panther?
Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Is this the
Excellent.
longest cutscene we've
What
had in
is
this
it?
game so far?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ah,
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Ooh.
That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he alive.
We're
but
heading to
after
Syria.
that, nothing.
I really feel we're about to head to Syria.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
I feel I might be death if I decide to go down there.
At the bottom of the steps, I could see a glow. It seemed a good moment to be cautious.
Okay. I don't know if I should just, go down here at all or not, but...
I could hear voices.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna leave. I think. I think I'm gonna go to Syria.
Boy, had I ever...
But it is unclear.
The door mechanism was trashed.
Hey, Mr. Marcy, thank you for joining us. First time chat.
Or an engineer to do anything with that.
Okay, I feel as though it's just time to leave. Seeing as the cult of evil is right downstairs. It's very unclear. Perhaps I'll go back upstairs and things will start to glow, and if it's telling me I'm going the wrong way. Why are they evil though, really? That's a fair point. One of them was just talking about capitalism, which I get is kind of evil, but also like she wasn't saying like, "Ooh, I'm going to build a death ray" or stuff like that. She was just like, "Okay, I'm thoroughly confused." So I'm just going to check the map. Go to the aeroport. Can I go to Syria yet? Oh my... I can go to Spain. What? I want to greet my mom and dad. How are you all? I'm very well. How are you? Okay, so apparently we're not going to Spain. We are going to Spain. Very glad to hear that you are well. It still says Paris. If you have happened to have played this before, you can... Oh, okay, so I definitely have to go this way. Yeah, these games are great. The music is gorgeous when it's not blasting in your ear inside an Irish pub. The accents and the humour, like it comes from that very particular period of time when it was just, stereotypes were the easiest thing to do. Like, I don't need to make, like, I can make an in-depth character, but essentially if he's also a massive stereotype, I'm not gonna be too angry with that. I hope you have had a good day, Mr. Marcy.
This will be our last meeting in person.
Really? I just have to click the button again?
I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing.
Your English at the moment seems absolutely fine. I can understand you perfectly.
We will have the power to sweep the stage of all
often always talk about the 1990s were a wild west of creating adventure games about literally anything. Yeah. I read a really interesting quote from the director of this game who talked about how
of this world.
The plot of this game is very similar to the plot of all of them in the little boat. Everyone into the boat. Oh my god, that was great. Seamless transition there, yeah. No, your English is absolutely perfect, my friend. I can understand you absolutely perfectly. I always talk about this, how when you learn English and when you meet and talk to somebody who is learning English or has learned English, they will always speak a lot more formally, but essentially that they end up speaking better than most English people because they have learned in a formal way. So it might not sound as fluent or as like...
In the middle of the circle was a stump
pick up on all of the weird little
a shaft of daylight
fake words
from the
which
world
the
above,
British use,
lancing down to touch it.
If you can understand formal English, you can understand English perfectly. And I enjoy
I noticed three
being able
small
to have
notches around the edge of the
Marcy.
stump's top.
Lovely to meet you, Marcy. We're currently figuring out this circle.
On the circle's circumference were the Templar seal and 2 Latin phrases. Non
It's just
omnis
spinning
moriar
around.
and clarior e tenebris. I shall not die completely, the brighter from the darkness.
Okay. Oh! I think I actually could figure out what to do here. Yes! And then I guess I put the gem in it. Look at that!
The light falling from above struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays.
This game is
and
very
each ray
satisfying
picked out
when you
a
get
letter.
the puzzle right.
Starting from the seal, I could read M-A-R-I-B.
Syria.
Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Back at Nico's apartment. You know you're making progress when you have to go back to Nico's apartment.
Nico, I've seen them.
Nico, do you ever get out of that chair?
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars.
So like 4 dudes and a lady talking about capitalism and South African accents.
They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet.
He's so
The bogus
chill.
doctor was there. The guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought.
She's
It
paralyzed.
shows
Show
the
some
way
empathy,
to
Christ.
the broken
She's not.
sword.
She was wandering around outside the
And
cafe
how
earlier.
does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them.
George, please do not mention the fact that I cannot move my legs.
They're men and women in influential positions.
Neo-Templars.
Don't you see? Clantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I'm desperate to
They
try
said
and
something
get to
about a
Syria,
lens and a guy
so
called
that when it
Klausner
comes
who's
to
gone to
titling
Syria,
the
but
next
they didn't
stream,
seem to
I've had
realize the
Chasing Clowns in
significance of the
Paris
very
Town,
site of their
hunting
meeting.
gems in the
See,
Emerald
after
Isle,
they'd
and
gone,
then,
I
searching in
discovered a
Syria.
stone pedestal
Always-
and a
I'll come up
carved
with something.
inscription. I set up the gem
But it would
on the
work
tripod,
really well.
directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Why did it have to take so...
Marie is the village in Syria.
Then the
Marie.
Neo-Templars are ahead of us.
I'm
Klausner
cool,
freed me
aren't I,
You're not
Nico?
thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Is that all we needed it for?
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Okay. We really love... Every time I'm at Nico's house, we pull this manuscript out, we look at it, we see if there's anything new we can talk about. The answer is often no. The answer is still no. So I guess I'm going to Syria.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
You're right. I'm gonna go to Syria. It's the safest place in the world for an American in 1997. Witness a gathering of powerful conspirators. I did indeed. Well, there we are. Apparently we can go to Spain or Syria. I'm gonna go to Syria. Oh boy! First of all, very importantly, kitty.
The cat was an ugly brute who looked like he owned the joint.
Don't call the cat ugly. Yeah, His eyes. Which eyes? You mean the kid? Yeah, he has got some wide eyes going. Alright. Yeah, the kid looks like he's tweaking on something. What is in these jars? Okay. We have experienced the French accent. We have experienced the Irish accent. Are we mentally and physically prepared to experience what these accents are going to be like? I'm going to talk to the tweaking kid, and I might talk to these people in the back. And oh look, there's a stand over there which supports trans rights. Way to go. Alright.
The stand was being watched by a young boy, maybe 12 years old.
Everyone in the chat start holding each other's hands and hope that this doesn't get us all cancelled. And remember, it's the game's fault, not mine. Come on.
Hey there, young fella. Speak you the English? Speak you the Anglaise? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed oui, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nicho. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
Okay. I mean, let's talk about your cat, buddy.
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases. And today, it pleases to rest there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
Okay. Okay, well...
So long, Nijo.
Poodle pip, sir.
I'm going to try and make it so George faces the camera. You want to face the camera? There we are, George. Well, at the end of the first stream, we arrived in Ireland, and I decided to talk to a small... Oh my good God, I didn't even see this dude over here. Ooh, boy. Yeah, we're coming back here. We're going to have a look at this place. Woof. It is currently 20 past 10. I believe I'm going to leave it there. With this amazing music in the background. Let me just make myself bigger so that I can say goodbye to you all. Thank you so much for everyone who has been here for the past few hours. Anyone who stopped in and said hello. Anyone who happens to be watching this at a later date on YouTube. Thank you so much. Broken Sword has been a delight. Again, from start to finish. I love this game. It's not the hypest gameplay on YouTube, I understand. It's not the hypest gameplay ever, watching a man click and have many conversations. But I think the humor is great. I think the music is great. I'm gonna finish this goddamn game. I'm gonna finish this goddamn game, even if it takes my life. But yes, thank you once again. Thank you for any of the follows. Thank you, Mr. Marcy, if you're still there. Marcy, if you're still there. Thank you so much for coming in and not trying to sell me anything. Good for you. You just decided to come in to watch the stream. God bless you. God bless everyone else who's been here. Be excellent to each other. Tune in next Wednesday. I am not doing Borderlands. I was originally supposed to be doing Borderlands. I might pick a third new game to play. Might also begin with the letter B. Trying not to. But, you know, on the off chance that that is not happening, I will probably do some more Broken Sword. But until then, yep, have a check out of the schedule. I hope to see you all for the next one. Be excellent to each other. Have a good time. Bye-bye.